Getting nasty on a Monday. It's the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN with Andrew Marsh and Carey Davis. I'm Anthony Stalter. 202, your time check is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler. A lot to get to today. Most of it Cardinals related. First and foremost, they split with San Diego over the weekend. They miss an opportunity to leapfrog the Padres in the NL Central, in the NL wild card race, I should say, not NL Central. But we'll also get to some of the latest trade rumors. The closer market took a hit today. If you're Cleveland and you're interested in trading Emmanuel Class A, we'll get to him and how Major League Baseball has investigated him. But we'll also talk, of course, about Ryan Helsley, whether or not there's a trade market involving Nolan Arenado and Brendan Donovan. John Denton of MLB.com put together a case to be made that maybe the Cardinals should move on from Brendan Donovan. Real quick update on our guy, Jamie Rivers. Jamie will not be back tomorrow. He's doing good, but the surgery was so intensive that, he's taking his time to get healed up. He initially thought maybe Tuesday, tomorrow, would be the first time he could come back, but he sent us some videos. He's still pretty bruised and banged up, so our best out to Jamie.
He is good, though.
Yeah, he's good. He's healthy.
Yeah, but he's fine.
Yeah. He's recovering. It might take him a little while to get back into the studio here. So, Jamie, wish you best if you are listening. I
told him to rub some dirt on it and let's go.
You literally said that to him.
I literally said that. Rub some dirt on it. We don't make excuses. We just make plays.
Yeah.
This is kind of how we talking a lot.
Yeah, be a champion.
Be a champion. Play like a champion today. Mm-hmm. You got stitches and scars. You're okay. It's not the first time you've been scarred up, is it? Did you survive?
Yeah.
Yeah. You will, too, with this. So let's get to work, buddy. But he's like, nah, I'm okay. I understand. It looks pretty bad.
Here's the picture.
I was like, well, you're okay. I got you.
I won't be in on Tuesday.
I wouldn't be in either. No,
It might take who knows? We'll keep you updated. I don't want to start to speculate on that. We'll leave the speculation to the sports talk. So the Cardinals, they split the series against San Diego. Now, I had mentioned how they failed to take advantage of leapfrogging the Padres in the wild card race, and Carey, you scoffed at that.
Anthony,
I imagine that the answer to this question is: did you feel any sort of disappointment that they dropped Saturday and Sunday's games?
Nah, you look at it from a glass half empty mindset. I'm more of a glass half full. You didn't gain any ground, but guess what you didn't do?
Lose any ground?
You didn't lose any ground, Anthony. You have to look at the bright side of things, and that's your favorite song, Mr. Brightside, right?
No.
You are the bright side kind of guy.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you're optimistic, you look at the good side of things, the bright side, your favorite song again.
No, sir.
Let's look at it from that perspective. Let's not be angry. Let's not be frustrated. This team is who they are. And when you know who someone is, you expect that from them. Mm-hmm. It's your fault if you expect more.
Wow, this is aggressive.
Yeah, it is. It's your fault.
Okay.
Did you get all excited and warm and fuzzy and you felt good on Thursday and Friday?
I mean, not really.
You're like, oh yeah. And then you got kicked below the belt.
There's a glimmer of hope.
It brought you back to reality, didn't it?
Well, it was a glimmer of hope. You win Thursday and Friday.
Did you forget what they did the couple of games before that?
No, I didn't forget, but I thought, all right, you got Liberatore on the hill on Saturday. And
I forgot I went to the game on Saturday. I bought in for 2 days.
Shame.
I do want to see this team. I do want to see this team in the playoffs.
Do you?
I also.
Do you think that, okay, what you want and what you believe could be two different things. So you want to see this team in the playoffs.
Why wouldn't I want to see this team in the playoffs? We all
want to see this team. And I pass the sign for the lottery every day. I want to win that lottery. I don't play it, so I don't think I'm going to win it.
No, you're definitely not going to win it.
You miss 100% of the lottery tickets that you don't buy.
This is true. You want them to be in the playoffs. Do you believe that this team is going to be in the playoffs?
Do I believe? No.
Okay.
No, but I root for it. I want them to be in the playoffs. What
about it makes you not believe?
They're not good enough.
Inconsistent.
They're not good enough. They're not. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of factors that go into that. Your pitching isn't good enough, period. Your starting pitching isn't good enough. You should trade away the contracts that are expiring at the end of the year in 4 days. So that's going to take, your big league roster is about to be impacted. Mm-hmm. You do not have the depth in the minor leagues to sustain any sort of injury, and we'll get into that even more. Yeah, because more to come there. But your depth in the minor leagues is not good. So you have to set yourself up for the future. So do I think that they're going to make the playoffs this year? No, absolutely not. But I'm rooting for them to do so. Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
I thought Saturday they had some opportunities to win that game. Sunday is a completely different story. That wasn't even remotely close, but Saturday...
And that was disappointing because it was McGreevy's second start.
Exactly.
Following, not the second start of the season, but his first start since the Colorado series and the first start since he joined the rotation.
And by the way, Eric Fetty traded. How about that?
To the Braves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cardinals sent some cash, and they were like, you know what?
They sent cash to them.
Yes.
To get him. He was already gone. Why'd you have to send them money?
Because you get a player to be named later or cash considerations.
Or a hotel room in Utah.
It's an IOU.
I don't know.
Save that one. That's a good one.
Is it? Wait, when that guy opened that suitcase with all those IOUs, I don't think...
No, he was pissed.
He was very upset in that documentary.
Yes, he was.
What the hell am I going to do? I owe you. No. I want my money today.
It's a Lamborghini. You should save that one.
But yeah, I thought Saturday they had some opportunities to win that game. And so if they take 3 of 4 against the Padres instead of splitting the series, maybe we're looking at this team slightly different heading into this week. From an overall perspective, probably not so much, but you would find encouraging things to look at throughout the weekend if they end up taking 3 of 4. But that first run that comes through is often error. But it was a 2-1 game for most of the game. The offense really didn't do anything. They had a couple good at-bats, but they couldn't score any runs.
What did you guys think of the fact that 6 batters were hit over the weekend? No ejections, 2 benches clearing brawls, though they really didn't. They didn't get to the brawl standpoint. They just cleared.
John Jay, I believe, was ejected.
Oh, was he?
I think so.
Well, no players were ejected, but I was fine with the way the umpires were like, you know what? We're not going to toss anybody out.
That's baseball, though.
Yeah, let the game police itself.
I said earlier, I was at the game on Saturday with Rachel, and as everything was happening, I looked at her and basically told her what was going to happen next. You had Matthew Liberatore, who I believe was around 70 to 80 pitches after Contreras got hit, and Machado was coming up, and I looked at her, I said, he's going to hit him right now. And they didn't issue warnings the first time. I'm like, here comes the warning. I even did the finger wag, warning for you, warning for you, warning for you. And then I thought it would be done by that point. But then it continued later in the game, towards the end of the game. And that enough was good enough for me to say, hey, I'm glad I got these tickets. That was the most entertaining part of the game.
Yeah, I don't blame you on that.
And Jordan Walker hitting a double.
Yeah. Scoring a run. I tip of the cap to Andre Ganillo because we talked about it a couple of weeks ago where Wilson was feeling like, I'm going to keep getting hit if you all don't hit someone back. And you pitch at their best. You throw inside and you hit their best player.
Yeah. Don't
hit our best player. We won't hit your. We hear Jamie talk about that all the time. Like, there are rules for superstars when you're on a team. Like, you don't bother that guy. Find somebody else to bother. You don't bother him. And so I'm okay with it. It is baseball policing itself, and I'm happy that a teammate stood up for another teammate. I will always stick beside that. I don't think that there's anything wrong with that. You don't hit anybody in the head. You don't try to hurt anybody or harm them, but you let them know that what you're doing on your side is unacceptable. And if you continue that, I'm going to hit one of your best players, and we'll see how you feel about it.
Contreras also does dive over the plate.
Fine.
I mean, he's there's a reason why he's been hit as many as he has.
Got hit in the head, though.
When he almost got hit in the head, though, that's an instant, hey, you're going to get drilled in the back.
Yeah.
Machado. I was cool with that. And I realized that the reliever for San Diego was like, oh, my bad. Still, that one came up and in. Then he got hit again. I like how Liberatore.
Yesterday too.
Yeah. I like how Liberatore handled that.
Yeah.
I'm good with that. So, A little excitement at Busch Stadium over the weekend. All right, it's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. Carey Davis, Andrew Marsh, Anthony Stalter will hold down the forward till our guy Jamie is back, hopefully this week, but we'll keep you updated. Is there even more incentive now for the Cardinals to add pitching at the deadline? Not pitching that could help this team necessarily this season, but for future seasons. We'll tell you the latest injury in the minors that could impact whether or not the Cardinals do something different at the deadline. That's next on 101 ESPN. It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN with Andrew Marsh and Carey Davis. I'm Anthony Stalter. So is there even more, we teased it, is there even more incentive for the Cardinals to add pitching at the deadline? This question stems from the fact that the Cardinals, unfortunately, will have Tekoa Roby join a list of three other pitchers in their minor league system that will undergo Tommy John surgery. So Tekoa Roby, according to Katie Wu of The Athletic and John Denton of MLB.com and others, saying Tekoa Roby will undergo Tommy John surgery. He's going to miss the entirety of the 2026 MLB season. So that in and of itself is a huge disappointment, because Tekoa Roby was somebody that you would think after Michael McGreevy, Tekoa Roby was the name that you heard as the next pitcher in the minors that could come up and potentially help the big league squad. But again, Roby will undergo Tommy John surgery. He's going to miss the 2026 season. He becomes the Cardinals' third pitching prospect to undergo Tommy John surgery this year. Cooper Jerpy, the team's first-round draft pick in 2022, had the surgery in April, and 13th ranked prospect Sem Robese, who they acquired a couple years ago at the trade deadline, had it in May. So 3 young pitchers, all on different tracks, of course, to join the big league level, will undergo or have undergone Tommy John surgery. This is to an organization, by the way, or for an organization that is already completely depleted of pitching prospects at the AAA level. Mm-hmm. So this alone is devastating news. But do you guys think that with pitching depth already a concern, that maybe the Cardinals will look to add young pitching, AAA pitching, at the trade deadline this year? That
should have been the mindset going into the trade deadline, regardless of this injury. You've said it time and time again, you can never have enough pitching. And if you're able to trade some of these players, whether they are relief pitchers that you have on the roster currently, or if they are position players, we talked about some of the other names that have been floated around from the Cardinals at the trade deadline, you have to stockpile pitching, because pitchers get hurt. Pitchers get tired. They get soreness. They are unable, in most instances, to pitch an entire season for multiple seasons. So when you have guys that are ready to step in and fill that void and fill that role, you have to be able to go. You have to be able to do that. And so looking at it at this trade deadline, I think the Cardinals do have to be sellers, and they have to be moving in the direction where you are getting some of the prospects back that will not prospects for the future. I'm talking about prospects for 2026, because right now, looking at the starting rotation, who do you have that you trust? You got 3 guys, I think, that you know for sure, and that's including Sonny Gray, Palante, and Liberatore, and maybe Michael McGreevy. He's probably the 4th.
But I don't trust any of those guys.
So you which means you don't have 5 starters yet, because Matz is going to be gone, Michael is going to be gone unless you re-sign one of those guys. Like, you have to have some starting pitching in the fold for 2026, and right now you have none.
And CD, I it's funny, and correct me if I'm wrong, but when I hear you say that, it's almost like you're just trying to build a rotation right now.
Yeah,
you don't even
have enough people.
I take a step back. You're just trying to fill the rotation spots.
Correct.
Not necessarily build a rotation, which, of course, ultimately needs to be the goal.
Right.
They can't even, they don't have enough warm bodies when it comes to building. I mean, building a rotation where you have a clear ace or a clear number 1, a clear 2 to balance that ace, a 3 that's not going to be, a 3 that maybe's got some upside to become a 2 or a 1 at some point, and then 4 and 5 guys that might be younger. You might need bullpen help more times than not on those days, but you're not even there. You're not even building a rotation yet.
Yeah, that was the question that I had when I saw this news was, what are they going to do next year? Who is the guy that is going to come in and fill the spot for Miles Michaelis? And are we even sure that the guys who are pitching now can continue to do what they're doing or even better next season? Like Andre Palante, are we even sure that he is like a part of the rotation next year? Let's just say if they had other people, right? He probably will, because they don't have anybody. We just established that.
Right.
But is he good enough? Is he consistent enough?
If I were Bloom, I am looking to upgrade on Andre Palante. That's not to suggest that he's not a big league pitcher. That's not to suggest that he won't be in the rotation next year. I'm just saying, as a GM or a president, I'm trying to upgrade at every spot on my roster if I can. And he's somebody to say, if I can provide an upgrade, I will.
Marshy asked the question, where do you go? Right, you're looking at a rotation where you don't have, enough pieces to even play the games, Anthony. Now, Marshy, Anthony, can I interest you? I got a guy in mind. You ready for this? He's a lefty, kind of lanky.
Chris
Serves
Sale?
as a dual threat, some would say. He can be a starter, and he can pitch in the middle relief role whenever you need him. Got some swing and miss. Not a high velocity guy, but a good glue guy.
Is he a guy that you should absolutely trade at the trade deadline?
I didn't say absolutely. Maybe some
Randy
would
Johnson?
say. No, Randy had threw a little smoke. Yeah, this guy,
but not now.
Well, he's like 60. I don't know if you want him pitching. But
tall, lanky
this
lefty.
guy, lefty, smooth. Yeah.
Does his last name rhyme with Bats?
Yeah, and he misses them from time to time.
Bats.
Yeah. Not bets.
I would love to have.
No,
Mookie Betts.
he's not going to pitch for us. But this guy's a lefty. And he's already here, Anthony, which means, you know what it means. He wants to be here.
Okay.
Bring him back.
Yeah, I'd trade him at the deadline.
You can do that. And then you can bring him back. Back like he never left, which is what I think the Cardinals are going to do. They're going to re-sign Steven Matz in the offseason. 1 year, $10 million. Are you mad about that, Anthony?
What are my other options?
You don't have any.
Okay, then yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
What about, I see a lot of people, not a lot of people, but some people on the internet that would like to see maybe Kyle Leahy get a shot
A shot at what?
at the starting rotation.
Oh.
Katie was suggested today on BK and Ferrario that Leahy would be the sixth guy in the rotation.
What are your thoughts on that? Obviously, we need to see him stretched out more, but
Basically it's all within the conversation of you don't have great options right now, so I'd be fine with that. Yeah.
well, you never know.
I kind of thought about this with the whole Michael McGreevy situation. We were so excited to see McGreevy because of what Eric Fetty wasn't doing that we were just like, oh, just bring him up. And then as I watched him yesterday, I'm like, yeah, there's still a lot of question marks here.
It's one start.
I know. No, I totally know.
Yeah.
I get it. I'm not jumping to any sort of conclusions here.
Not
I'm
the
just
best
saying.
look. You would like him to go out there and
It would have been
shove
nice
a little
if
bit.
built on the Colorado. But
Yeah.
this is still the thing that I thought most about was McGreevy basically being the same type of profile pitcher that John Mozeliak has had over his tenure, which is that pitch to contact, doesn't have a lot of swing and miss, doesn't walk a lot of guys, try to keep the guys in the ballpark. And we see from one start to the next how that margin of error is thin
Yeah.
for somebody like that. So to go from Colorado to yesterday's performance, again, I'm not saying that McGreevy is, I'm not making any sort of declaration on what McGreevy is or isn't, but he does profile to be the same type of pitcher that the Cardinals have been drafting, which gives me a little
Don't worry about it.
little pause.
It's okay.
Pause for concern.
I feel like you can get away though with not having a ton of swing and miss from a high velocity fastball if you are a good pitcher, which we don't really see all that much in
Certainly.
baseball, and we've been clamoring for that, have we not?
Yes.
I had a thought about this because of all of the injuries, with pitchers and because of the arm talent that they have, throwing the ball as hard as they can and with spin and all of that. Do you think that it ever goes back to guys not throwing as hard and guys actually being able to pitch? I told you Greg Maddux is like my favorite pitcher of all time. Wasn't going to blow you away with his fastball, but he was able to tell you, he said, I can throw a fastball at 92 and I can throw the same fastball at 88, 87, which it's the same pitch, but obviously it's coming in a little bit slower. So when you can actually pitch, I think that bodes well for you. You think we'll ever get back to that? Because guys will say it's not worth throwing 98, 99 and tearing my arm up and not being able to play for an entire season.
Well, I think part of the problem, CD, is that scouts are looking for velocity first and then asking if they could pitch second. At least that's the profile that I'm getting from people that I've talked to that have either seen the scouting reports or know how scouts attack things. If you're not throwing a certain velocity, you're not going to be on their radar.
Right.
So the Major League Baseball is churning out young pitchers with high velocity, it's their fault. The 3 true outcomes is their fault. Paying the top home run guys and then going down that route of, hey, we're going to try to just hone in on power and in both pitching and offense. That's on Major League Baseball. I look at, though, a guy like Justin Verlander and say he had velocity when he needed it. Mm-hmm. To me, it's not necessarily all about it's not all about velocity. Swing and miss doesn't have to be about velocity. Mm-hmm. It is about pitching. But Verlander, he knew in the first inning if he could get you out, with a variety of off-speed pitches and save that velocity, great. And then in the 8th, if he needs to throw 95, it's 96, he still got it. Right. That, to me, is just as much pitching as it is pragmatic.
Yeah, it's about the pitch sequence, right? It's setting the batter up for failure based on, okay, he's probably looking for a fastball because this guy throws 95 plus, but he's going to hit him with, a slider away or something like that, just to keep that batter guessing. I kind of link this to football in terms of these owners or GMs are looking for like the next Patrick Mahomes. Well, not everybody is Patrick Mahomes. Mm-hmm. Perhaps these GMs are looking for the next Paul Skeens or the Miz, right? Because those are guys that can throw fast and they have junk that moves at a high velocity, and they're really good pitchers. But not everybody's like that. So if you're going to keep looking for that guy, which I don't even know if the Cardinals were looking for that guy for the longest time. Now they are, based on their draft. But you're not always going to find that person because those are the best of the best. Not everybody's built that way.
Right. Yeah, no. What you're essentially from what you're saying, in my opinion, is that find somebody that's got stuff that'll at least play at the big league level, somebody that's competitive, and then fuel what the skill, harness what the skills, or develop, I should say, develop what the skills actually are.
Yeah,
and that's really what coaching and development is. And if the Cardinals can get back to that at the minor league level, great. If they can't, then they're going to continue to have problems moving forward here. That's as obvious of a statement as I can make. All right, it's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. I'm Anthony Stalter, Carey Davis, Andrew Marsh. You can always be a part of the show. Snake Pit is rolling. That is our Air Alliance team studio cams feature on YouTube. You can also be a part of the show via the text line, 314-399-9646. That's the Air Comfort Service text line. You can always leave us a mic drop as well. That's the Scott Lee Heating Company mic drop via the 101 ESPN Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Is Major League Baseball on a collision course with a work stoppage? Let's hope not. But one star player found himself in the news earlier this morning from some comments that he made to Commissioner Rob Manfred. I'll tell you who that is and what he said next on 101 ESPN.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. The Cardinals split with the San Diego Padres over the weekend. They started off with 2 wins and then dropped to one Saturday, one Sunday. Cardinals are back in action tonight, though, taking on the Miami Marlins. Andre Palante on the mound, going up against Edward Cabrera. First pitch tonight is at 6:45. We're going to stick with baseball. Is Major League Baseball on a collision course with a work stoppage? We'll discuss it next right here in the Fast Lane. I'm Andrew Marsh, and this Sports Center update is driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. See them at londoff.com. Chevy, together we drive. Are you kidding me?
According to ESPN's Jeff Passan, Bryce Harper told Rob Manfred during a meeting between the Major League Baseball commissioner and the team last week that he can get the fast lane out of our clubhouse when it comes to pushing for a salary cap. Now, I wish you used the word fast lane. That'd be great for
awesome.
us. But yeah, he used the other F word there. Yeah, telling him to get the fast lane out if he was going to push for a salary cap. No magic words needed. Manfred didn't say salary cap directly, but talk of Major League Baseball economics and future labor structure pushed Harper to his boiling point. Harper, a 2-time MVP backed by mega agent Scott Boras, publicly embodied the MLBPA's stance: no cap, no compromise.
No cap.
No cap. The current CBA, do you want to explain what no cap is to the older generation like myself and Carey?
I know.
Well, Carey knows what it means.
It means no lie.
There you
Telling
go.
the truth. No cap.
We never did get that video.
Which one?
Didn't you say there was a video your son was going to explain?
Oh, did I say that? I don't
Something like
remember.
that. Or maybe it was
he was going to do a dance.
Oh, he's going to do his Riz walk.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
it's
Riz
Riz
walk.
walk.
Scott
I still
Rizzuto
don't know
walk.
what that is.
Nah, it's charisma.
Well, I know
These
what
kids.
Riz is. I don't know
Yeah.
what the Riz walk is.
Oh, it
though.
says how he walks. It's a Riz walk, and when you walk that way, it's supposed to like
You're feeling yourself.
Yeah, and people are just supposed to come like, whew, yeah. It's supposed to attract the certain type of energy that you're looking for.
Oh, nice.
When you
Okay.
have the Riz walk.
Yeah, I'll have to implement that in my life.
Yeah.
So again, Harper, in this case, no cap meaning no salary cap and no compromise. The current CBA expires December 1st, 2026. That gives both sides a little over a year to avoid another 2022 style lockout or worse. Now, they were able to meet and move fairly quickly in 2022, but Major League Baseball is the only major U.S. sport, as we know, without a salary cap. Some owners want one. Players see it as a tool to suppress salaries and inflate franchise value. Tony Clark, who runs the MLBPA, calls it institutionalized collusion. Players argue that Major League Baseball already enjoys massive revenue, 12 billion plus in 2024 without one. And Harper says, we're not scared to lose 162 games. So he's not scared of it.
I'm sure he's not. There's a guy in making.
There's a guy on his team that's scared of it. I guarantee it.
Well, it's funny you bring that up because I saw this from Travis Sawchik, who put on X. MLB players ought to consider focusing on the fact that 60 to 65% play at the league minimum every year, by far the greatest share in major North American pro sports, and few reach and benefit from free agency, let alone later stage arbitration. Mm-hmm. So like half the league would probably benefit from
right,
at least a pay raise in some capacity if you implement the salary cap. But of course the star players don't want that. Why would they?
right.
Well, and I think the players that aren't making that money, the ones that are making the league minimum, I think there's also that aspiration that one day I will be on the other side, and I wouldn't want a salary cap at that point. Now, when you're in the middle of it, trust me, I've been on the side where I'm a younger player, rookie player, or making a rookie deal, and I would have loved to have been able to get to that point. But you understand that whatever is best for the group, and I think Major League Baseball has, I've said it before, I think they have the best union in all the 4 major sports because they are all collectively together. And that doesn't mean that it's 100% everyone agrees with it, but they do go with what the majority agree with. And as a younger player or a player on that lower end, yeah, you would like to be able to make more money, but at the end of the day, you understand that the bigger group agrees with not having a salary cap because it's more beneficial for everyone in the long run.
Right.
It's just not beneficial right now for you. But again, if you're able to play like Juan Soto or play like Aaron Judge or Shohei Ohtani, you won't have a cap. I can make as much as I want to. And that's something to look forward to.
I always find it wild that a player, let's say, they're in their mid-20s. I mean, they could go their entire prime without making anything. Because of arbitration and all that stuff.
Yeah, anything, of course, being relative. But, yeah,
right,
you're absolutely right. And I think this is where things get confused, right, or at least misguided, where we're talking about players making maybe the minimum or players not making what Harper is like, they're still well paid. Yes, true. But when you think about it from that standpoint, they can ill afford to have a stoppage in play. Jamie's talked about this. Jamie... Jamie has discussed from a financial situation what the NHL lockout caused in 2002, Marshy?
No, it would have been the 04-05 season.
Okay. And what that does to the players that are not making what Harper's making or not making what, Stevie Y was making. That's where that comes in. Whether or not they'll actually have a salary cap, I would assume players would then argue for a salary floor, too. I would like to see a cap, and I would like to see a floor. I would like to see what that does to Major League Baseball. Maybe it doesn't create parity. Maybe it doesn't. And a lot of people have argued, hey, you're getting different teams each year that they're making the postseason or making the World Series or winning the World Series, which is true. But the Dodgers have also won the majority of the NL West, division crowns over the last X amount of years. You look around other divisions, you see the same thing. It doesn't guarantee that parity is going to exist. The NFL doesn't have as much parity as we'd like to believe it does. But, again, I would like to see it because I would like to see what would happen in Major League Baseball if the Dodgers couldn't spend at will or the Phillies couldn't spend at will or the Mets. Do
you think, I know you just mentioned football, so this kind of rattled a question in my brain. Do you think NFL doesn't have as much parity as we would like it to have because the people constructing the team don't know what they're doing in terms of finding a quarterback?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Parity in the NFL is, in my opinion, is based on the inability to coach or draft and develop. Like you can, because if you're the worst team in the league, you're going to have the first overall pick. You're going to be able to choose from a pool of the best players in the country or wherever, and you're going to choose the wrong one if you're a terrible team. That's generally how that works, because if you choose the right one, now your team is better that year, and then you go back and you draft again, and then your team becomes better again. So, yeah, parity in the NFL is not because of finances. It's because people don't know what the hell they're doing.
Right.
In my opinion.
No, I agree. Yeah, roster construction. I'm just saying that parity doesn't exist as much as we believe. We'll just do a quick example, right? Who's going to win the NFC East this year?
The Eagles.
The Eagles. Who's going to win the AFC West?
The Chiefs.
The Chiefs.
Who's going to win the AFC East?
The Bills.
Who's going to win the AFC South or the AFC North?
What?
Who's going to win the AFC North?
The Ravens.
The Steelers.
No.
Here we go.
No, Carey.
Steelers.
Come on now.
But that's only for divisions where there are teams within those divisions that are making strides to be better teams.
Then there
in
are
the
teams
future.
in those divisions like the Browns,
For sure.
who stink.
Yeah,
You drafted 2 quarterbacks, and you don't know what the hell you're doing.
Every division needs
You
one of them.
drafted 2, you got 6.
Yeah, we'll figure this thing out eventually.
Right.
But the Browns aren't far removed from making the playoffs.
No, exactly. I'm not saying. I'm just. I have often been the one that has touted the parity exists in the NFL. Mm-hmm. It doesn't exist as much. I mean, if you really think about it, it doesn't exist to the extent that sometimes I have made it out to be or others have made it out to be. But what you just said, Marsh, is the key. The Browns are closer to making the playoffs. Even as dysfunctional as they are, the Browns are more likely to make the playoffs in the next 3 years than the freaking Pittsburgh Pirates. Mm-hmm. That's just to me, I mean, it's not fact, but it's still an opinion, but it feels like fact. So I wonder if a cap and a floor would change that.
I still think, though, we just brought it up. There are certain teams that don't know what they're doing. Mm-hmm. I also believe that to be true in baseball as well.
Sure.
Not saying that they can't make the playoffs. We saw it happen in the mid-2010s, and the Pirates actually had a pretty damn good team. The problem was they didn't pay any of the players to stick around.
Right.
And then
we call that the Rays model.
Yeah, exactly. But even the Rays, they don't really pay anybody, and they're pretty good team that is there every year.
That's a smart organization. I wonder what they could do in a cap and a floor league.
I don't think they need a cap. I do think they need a floor. I think you should not be able to go underneath a set amount of money because now you're just being cheap and you're being lazy and you're only looking out for yourself. You're not, and I guess it depends on how you view sports because I feel like sports are entertainment. Your job is to entertain the masses, the people that show up. That's the purpose of it. It's like a concert. It's like your favorite artist not performing their hits. Like, well, what the hell did I pay for this for? I could have sat at home. Like you go to the concert because you have faith in that artist to play the hits. They're going to show up. They're going to do all of the things that you love, and then you're going to go home happy. Teams aren't. Some of these teams aren't in the business of being in entertainment. They are in the business of, I bought this team to make money. I don't give a damn how you feel about it. Go fast lane yourself and figure it out. I don't care if you come watch or not. I don't have to spend money. But if you have a cap, now you have to spend a set amount of money, and you have to do what the job is entertain the people that are supposed to be showing up to your games with better players so you can have better baseball. And some of these ownership groups don't choose to do that.
I never understood that. Why not spend the money to make your business more profitable? If you win, then wouldn't your team become more relevant, more profitable?
In theory, yeah.
In theory, it would. Yeah. Because then your name starts to be synonymous throughout the sport.
But obviously you're paying more for players, so there's more risk there. Like you don't know what I imagine, Marcia, that the Phillies are going to make a lot of money this year.
For sure.
If they don't, the Braves would be an interesting model, right? The Braves are paying a lot. Mm-hmm. They're probably not getting the gate revenue anymore because they're not winning, and it's blown up in their face. Now, but I don't know to what degree. Are they losing money? I highly doubt it, but you're still taking on more risk if you decide to, if you're the Pirates and you decide all of a sudden we're going to start paying players.
Do you think it's interesting to think about the idea of baseball and the players making probably the most money they've ever made, where I find baseball to not be as popular as it once was? Like, how is that correlating?
That I don't know. Baseball, I've maintained that baseball is a regional sport. Mm-hmm. When your team is in it, you love it. When your team is not, you don't. You're apathetic to it. Mm-hmm. St. Louis might be one of the only baseball cities in America where the fans are still mostly hanging on, even in down years. Now, Busch Stadium, the seats, the empty seats, the red seats at Busch Stadium would suggest otherwise. But look, we're 3 segments in. 2 of them were dedicated to a Cardinals team that is likely going to sell the deadline and miss the playoffs again this year. But people are still hanging on. But in other places, they have long moved on to whatever other sport is in their market. So I don't know what the exact answer is, Marsh, in terms of like why the popularity has gone down, but baseball is still very profitable overall. Mm-hmm. So, all right, it's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. When the lineup is out, we will play the lineup game, but we'll move on to that NFL top 50 players. We're breaking it down 5 players at a time. Got a new set of players that are interesting, including one of the top players in the NFL at one point in his career. He finds himself at 39 on this list. We'll get CD's thoughts on him next on 101 ESPN. So we've been moving through this ProFootballFocus.com ranking of the top 50 players in the NFL heading into the 2025 season, and we're now through 40 to 36. Number 40 is Jesse Bates, the safety for the Falcons. And Carey, in the first 2 years, I don't know if there's a free agent outside of what we saw out of Saquon Barkley last year, Derrick Henry, that has really maximized, if not, overperformed his contract than Jesse Bates. One of the top safeties in the league. His interception numbers have been great, but if you read any articles on what he does for some of the younger players in the Falcons, he's outstanding. So Jesse Bates being 40 might not be a household name, but he certainly is deserving on this list.
I mean, yeah, he's done a great job, and that's something that you've talked about the Falcons and their defense. They needed pass rushers. They were pretty good on the back end, and they had a pretty good offensive line. It's just that defensive line, that pass rushing, the ability to get after the quarterback. The one thing that you felt that in the quarterback, which they corrected as well. The couple of things you felt was holding them back from being a really good team. I don't know why you don't think your Falcons are going to win the division. They have a good football team. They drafted well. Now, they may have spent a little bit more than some people would have to jump back into the first round and draft another pass rusher. But they have a really good football team. They've been trying to have a good football team. I thought the signing of Matthew Judon last year was a really good signing until I watched him play every snap.
Yeah.
Then I realized I don't know what he's doing. That bothered me. Like watching him when the ball was away, running, and he didn't budge. He just walked. I was like, get him off the field.
Yeah.
I don't care how much you paid him. Get his ass off the field.
Well, they traded for him. They gave him a third-round pick.
I don't care what you did. Get him off the field. But
I agree.
I think they've done a good job in drafting. I think they've done a good job in some of the trades that they made to make their team better. Falcons are going to be good.
We'll see.
Yeah.
The name that I wanted to ask you on this list, so 39th is Tyreek Hill. When Tyreek Hill is at the top of his game, on the field, and he's got Tua or Mahomes, this is one of the best and most dynamic players in the NFL. But they got him ranked 39th. I think it's appropriate based on last season, and you don't know about the health of Tua, which goes to show you, like, when teams decide to build from the wide receiver in, it typically doesn't work out. Without Tua or Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill is a really expensive, outstanding weapon, but kind of useless to some degree. But for me, Tyreek Hill is a top 15 player.
Oh, yeah.
If the quarterback situation is right.
Yeah, he is definitely, and having Tua out for, I don't know how many games he played last year, how many games he missed. I think he missed like 6 games. Those 6 games, Tyreek Hill was non-existent, and there was no way to get him the ball. Tyler Huntley was not able to get him the ball at all. So for me, I think Tyreek is a top 10, top 15 player. But you got to have the quarterback there. And I think once they figure out this offseason and get back into the swing of things, I think this team is going to be one of the top teams in the league again. Can they win the division? I don't know, because they struggle playing when it's cold for whatever reason, which I definitely think it's more mental than it is anything else. But Tyreek Hill is one of the best players. And he's 31. He's getting older, but he still runs really, really fast. And you still have to account for him running past 2 or 3 defensive backs, which leaves Jalen Waddle wide open over the middle. So Tyreek is going to be a guy that's going to make some huge plays. I'm surprised that he's here, but I understand why he is because of the injuries to Tua last year.
38 was Xavier McKinney, who was signed last offseason by the Packers, another free agent move that at least in year 1 worked out incredibly well. Xavier McKinney was like a flat out playmaker for that Green Bay defense last year, a defense that is still relatively young, but he's one of their key playmakers. So Xavier McKinney at 38, Nico Collins at 37, and then CeeDee Lamb is 36. It seems low for.
I think it's the same situation with Tyreek. Your quarterback is injured. You're not going to be the best player you can be when you're not being thrown to by your top quarterback. Right, Dak missed a lot of time last year. Cooper Rush was the starting quarterback for some of those games. Like there's nothing, and this is no knock against Cooper. Is he a Chippewa?
Cooper Rush?
Yeah. So no knock against the action.
No, of course.
And what he was capable of doing.
Yeah.
He ain't Dak.
No.
And so CeeDee Lamb was unable to get all of the exposure and all the things. And now here's the thing about CeeDee Lamb. I think people can sleep on the Cowboys. The addition of George Pickens is going to, and the health of Dak Prescott. I don't know who the hell's running the ball. I don't know. But I don't care. Because those two.
You should.
I don't care. George Pickens, for everything that people think that he is not, when he goes and gets the ball, he's going to come down. It ain't no 50-50 ball. It's more like 80-20, mine to theirs. He's going to come down with the football. Him and CeeDee Lamb on the field together is going to be fun to watch. I wouldn't be surprised if Dak is up there and leading the league close to it in passing yards this season and touchdowns, because those two got, now again, I say all that. I don't know who the hell is going to run the football. I don't know. But if those two guys do what they are capable of doing, Dak Prescott could be a front runner for the MVP and be up there in passing yards and passing touchdowns.
You're adorable. Carey Davis talking about Dak Prescott MVP. All right, it's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. We'll tell you what's going on in Major League Baseball, including the trade market getting very interesting from the closer situation today. We'll tell you the latest there and how that maybe impacts Ryan Helsley's trade market. That's next on 101 ESPN. 105, your time check brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler with Carey Davis and Andrew Marsh. I'm Anthony Stalter. Our best wishes to guy Jamie Rivers, who will be out at least the next 2 days as he continues to recover from surgery. He's doing well, but he just needs some time. All right, the closer market, I don't know if it completely reshapes, if the news completely reshapes the closing market, CD, or you know, if Cleveland actually was interested in trading him. But nonetheless, Guardians closer Emmanuel Clase has been placed on the non-disciplinary and administrative leave through August 31st as part of the Major League Baseball ongoing investigation into sports betting, according to a league announcement. Clase's teammate, Luis Ortiz, was the first and thus far the only other player placed on leave under the investigation. But Clase will continue to be paid while the league looks into the alleged wrongdoing. He will not count against the team's 40-man roster while on leave. And ESPN's Jeff Passan reported that Clase has been placed on leave shortly prior to MLB's former announcement. Either way, he's not going to get dealt. The 27-year-old his name was being bantied about as a potential trade target of teams like the Phillies and Tigers and whoever else has needed a closer. But I would imagine that Ryan Helsley's name, I would think that at least one or two more teams have joined the Ryan Helsley market.
Yeah, I mean, if you were in on Clase, you obviously are out now, which means you're pivoting to the next available closer, which would, I mean, if you're looking for a rental and you know it's going to be just this postseason and have to figure out what to do next year, you're looking at Ryan Helsley. Mm-hmm. And so I think this was sometimes other people's mistakes or misfortunes can become your fortune. Like you can become fortunate because of it. And I think that's a situation where if you're the Cardinals and you saw this news come through, you're not happy that it happened, but you ain't necessarily sad. You ain't upset. You're like, damn, that sucks for him. Great for us, though. I mean, this is going to be extremely beneficial for us because Ryan Helsley's name is probably at the top of most teams' lists right now, unless they want to go in a direction of a guy that has some control for the next couple of years.
Mm-hmm. Carey, we're only 3.5 games out of a wild card spot. We're still right in the mix. I don't understand why we would trade Ryan Helsley.
I hope. I hope that the Cardinals, you know what? You want to see the chaos. You want to vote for chaos. You want him to stay. I want the Cardinals to sweep the Marlins, and let's see where we go from here. Do it. The hell with it. Sweep them.
Got to be done. He's got to be done.
Anthony, what's better? Chaos. Helsley, he closes all 3 games for whatever reason they're close. He closes all 3 games against the Marlins. Let's do it. Oh. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, you want it. So when Thursday comes and they're flying, they're on their way to San Diego and the phone might be buzzing and they're like, you know what? We're going into San Diego. We just took 2 out of 4. Fast lane, you guys. Get off my line. We're keeping them.
Why would you do this, Carey?
What? You.
I instigated it. This is my fault.
This is the same man that said at the very beginning of the show, you want the Cardinals to do what, Anthony?
Make the playoffs.
Okay, well, then you're going to get it. Okay? You ask and you receive. We're going to stand pat. We're not going to make a move. We're going to sweep these Miami Marlins, and come Thursday, we're taking the phone off the hook. We don't even want to answer. I don't give a damn what you're calling for. No. The answer is no, and quit asking. You know? That
ain't happening. Just quit asking. At least 5 clubs have shown interest in Helsley. I'm just going to keep on moving on here. According to Katie Wu and colleague Will Salmon, the Dodgers are known to have interest in the 31-year-old flamethrower, and the Phillies were connected to him earlier this season. Back in the offseason, the Blue Jays were among the teams that had some interest, and it stands to reason now, since the Toronto Blue Jays are clearly in deadline buy mode, they could revisit and pursue our guy Ryan Helsley. Got a couple of teams. Market is building. I think this is going to be the market for Ryan Helsley. I think is going to be very good, and I think the Cardinals are going to get a decent haul for Ryan Helsley.
Should be fun. I'm interested to see how it plays out. I want to watch. I'm intrigued because you just said something that was very spot on. Or was it you? They're only 3 games out.
Oh, that was me.
That was March.
3.5, yeah.
3.5 games out. You know, that is 1 week, Anthony, and your fortunes could be completely changed. Completely.
You know what? They also might still be 3.5 games out even after they trade him. You know?
But they could be 1.5.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who the Padres got? What is this wild card looking like, huh?
Who do the Padres have coming up right now? I think they got the Mets. Yeah, they do. They got the Mets.
They could easily lose all 3 of those games. Easily. You with me or you with me? Huh?
I hope the Padres lose every single game the rest of the year. Yes.
I think the Cardinals could easily
you
lose
there.
all 3 games to the Marlins, too.
Okay.
Well, no, they could.
What are you doing?
I don't understand where the negativity is coming from.
I
really don't.
What are we doing?
The bottom line is Clase has been placed on leave, and Ryan Helsley's market is now through the roof. Now, Duran's still available, Jack's still available, David Bednar is still available. So it's not like he's the only closer.
Bautista from the Orioles.
Bautista potentially.
Another one.
Yeah. But
Finnegan from the Nationals. Got a few guys.
look, you want Ryan Helsley closing games, not Brandon Finnegan.
I thought it was Kyle.
Either way. I don't want either Finnegan. I don't want any Finnegan closing down games for me.
What?
Okay? I want Ryan Helsley, which is why I'm going to pay a fortune for him at the deadline.
So do you think it's a foregone conclusion that the Cardinals are dealing Ryan Helsley within the next few days?
I do. Yes. Now, he has also admitted to Katie Wu that the likelihood is, and this is a quote, likelihood is probably as great as it's ever been for me to get traded. I would say it's 90% a go, 10% I stay. Helsley made it clear that his preference would be to remain with the Cardinals and win in St. Louis, but obviously not a decision that's under his control.
Yeah. I mean, I do want chaos, but I think the best and most important thing to do would be to trade him.
Yes.
I think that's the adult thing to do.
It's a good way to put it.
You got to be an adult. You got to make hard decisions as an adult.
Very
right?
true. Yes.
It's not always.
I mean, every day, multiple times a day.
Every damn day. That is like, can we talk about that for a second? Just
I think it's so
30
hard.
seconds.
Every
like
day.
every damn day, I got to make a decision.
Yeah.
About my kids, about life, about. Can I get a break from the decision making?
No, you're an adult.
I don't want to. I want to just know. I just want to chill. 24 hours.
Doesn't
don't
work
ask
that way.
me for anything.
You don't want to use your brain.
Yeah,
That's what you're saying.
I would love to turn it off. 24 hours. Just a reset.
I think step 1 is trading Helsley. Step 2 is actually getting something significant from him. Can the Cardinals complete step 2?
So you're not going to know. Are you going to know what you got in return? If it's prospects, are you going to know? You're not going to know right away.
We'll know the names.
Well, you know their names, but you don't know if they can play. You don't know their game, Anthony. You might know the name,
right?
But you don't know the game.
No, if they're prospects, we don't know the game. No.
Well, are you looking for a 4A guy?
Yes. Well,
if they don't get a 4A guy, where's your?
Are you saying
process?
like because 4A can also be kind of a negative connotation, like he's not as good for Major League Baseball, but he's too good for
maybe there's a
AAA.
log jam.
Yeah, but I'm saying
Maybe he's big league ready, but there's not a spot for
Baker
him.
is how people
exactly. Now, is that what you're? That Carey's right. Is that what you're alluding to, or are you alluding to somebody that is on the cusp of making it to the big league squad, but you don't know if it's going to be this year or maybe next year?
Well, I'm thinking of a guy who is a part of an organization. There's too many spots. If he were to head to the big leagues, they maybe put him in the bullpen down the stretch because there's too many spots in the rotation.
That would be my ideal.
Do you think they get that type of guy?
Yes.
And if they don't, how concerned are you?
If they don't, I'm going to be ticked off, but I would have to completely acknowledge the fact that I don't know what the actual discussions were like. I mean, maybe the Cardinals got into discussions with teams and nobody felt comfortable with it. The other thing I think one thing we rarely consider is that the number 4 prospect for the Dodgers might not be the equivalent. It's probably not going to be the same thing as the number 4 prospect for Toronto. You know, they're obviously a stronger draft prospects, stronger classes, and stronger organizations in minor leagues than others. Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to sit here and say, well, they have to get the number 4 guy. They have to get whatever. But I would love it if the scouting report says that the Cardinals got a pitcher, preferably, that could come up in September as part of the call-ups and be a part of the rotation next year. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I think they can get one of those guys based on the big-time closers that went out the door the last 4 or 5 years. Mm-hmm. It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. We're still waiting for a lineup, correct, Marshy?
Let me just hit that refresh. No lineup yet.
No lineup game. All right. You know, why don't we do this part 1 of the Sports 6 back then? 314-399-9646 is the Air Comfort Service text line. If you got a question for us, could be anything Cardinals related or otherwise. Again, that Air Comfort Service text line is 314-399-9646. Part 1 of the Sixer is next.
It's time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Answer me!
The Sports Six Pack is now
Time for part one of the Sports Six back here in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. 314-399-9646 is the Air Common Service tax line with Carey Davis. I'm Anthony Stalter. Here's Andrew Marsh with question one, please.
Question number one.
All right, Lisa wants to know, why wasn't anyone paying attention to the Cardinals before they went in the wrong direction? No pitching, question mark? Again, that's from Lisa.
Yeah, great question, Lisa. It's a question that I don't have an answer for. I really don't. And CD, I think we're going to talk about this at some point tonight. Yeah, 5 o'clock hour. But Carey kind of had a similar question when he came in today after listening to Katie Wu on BK and Ferrario, which is that how do you get to a point where you're mediocre, you're a 500 team at the big league level, or slightly above or slightly below, and your farm system isn't good? How do you get to the point where you're mid and bad,
Or mid and mid? Yeah, how's that? Lisa, I don't know. I don't know how we. I don't know. I don't know who was supposed to be paying attention. Like somebody, you got to have people checking the people, right? You got to have somebody watching the people that are watching the thing and somebody wasn't watching. Maybe that's, you know what? Gershie? Think that's his special project?
You blaming Gersh?
I'm asking.
Or are you saying Gersh is going to investigate into what happened?
Either or, both. He could be responsible and be the person that's supposed to look into it.
Yeah.
Now, that might be a conflict of interest.
That's a conflict of interest. I don't know if Gersh should be. Special projects should be like making sure everybody signs the birthday card, you know, and maybe toss a little something in there.
It's his money?
Anybody's, yeah.
Oh,
so
okay.
a special project would be collecting the money.
Oh.
Here's my best guess at what happened here, without being in the building, of course. The DeWitts have always been about ensuring that their product is profitable. And they have every right to do so since they are the owners of the team. So they cared, of course, mostly about being profitable by the end of the year. Part of that is that to ensure that they're going to be profitable is to not overspend in free agency. So not, they created a budget. They give it to Mo. Don't go over this line. So, of course, if you're shopping in free agency at the mid to lower levels, you're not getting the top guys. You're not getting the star power. So you're filling your roster with those guys. The Cardinals have also had a fair amount of success over the years, of course, which means you're drafting in the 20s more times than not. Less bite at the star player potential, obviously in the top 5 or top 10. Now, the argument that this is the one thing that ruined them, it doesn't hold up because the Dodgers have been able to draft at the back end, and they consistently have guys that come up in their organization. But if you're content with just make the playoffs, see what happens, we're not going to overspend in free agency, and we're drafting toward the back end. Plus, you get injuries to Michael Wacha and Jack Flaherty and Alex Reyes, some of your key players over the years, and you get a product that, while profitable to the owners, is quite mid to the fan base.
So the ownership just kind of continued to do things in a way that just got you in or just got you good enough to keep butts in the seat, but never did the thing that actually put butts in the seat, right? Or to make you a better team. Is it? This popped into my head. I feel like sometimes organizations or businesses, when they're having success, they find a way to cut costs, but try to keep the money the same way that they have been receiving the money, right? Like, we're going to dial it back here. No one will notice. Like a restaurant that has a great meal and they have a certain product, but you know what? That costs a little bit more. If we go a little cheaper here, it's still the same recipe. We'll just add this type of cheese or this type of, because it's a little bit cheaper.
Right.
But then people start to taste it and they're like, this doesn't taste like how it used to. What they do differently?
Yeah, let's go
and then people
frozen
stop.
instead of fresh.
It's the same.
It's
You're
not.
an idiot. It's the same.
And they know it's not because it doesn't have the same texture or the same taste or the same feel. And then people stop buying it. And then people stop showing up because instead of using the premier ingredients, you kind of dialed it back and went a little bit cheaper.
Sure.
And people noticed. And I think that that's what the Cardinals did.
I think
instead of using the premium, he dialed it back a little bit and thought you wouldn't notice, and now you're noticing and like, well, if you ain't gonna eat here, we don't even have to sell that food anymore. Yeah. Take it off the menu.
I think that's a really good analogy. I think that's part of it for sure. And I wonder too, Carey, in that same vein, if and I don't know this to be a fact, I just wonder out loud from the outside. I wonder if they got content. When do you fix things?
When you feel like something is not working.
When it's broken,
when
right?
It's broke, yeah.
When do you change? When you either have competition to do so, if you're in a job force,
yeah, or
like you just said, when you feel as though that something's breaking or is already broken.
Right.
I don't think the Cardinals felt as though they needed to change. Who is their competition in the National League Central up until the Cubs won it in 2016? They were winning division titles. They were not the team that needed to spend a whole bunch of money. And to your point, CD, maybe they started to cut corners to save some costs and increase profitability. Mm-hmm. And now you got a mess of a situation where things have actually broken. You're behind the times, and now you have legit competition, and you have to kind of start over.
Which really serves no purpose, because eventually you're going to have to spend more money. The money that you would have been spending in the beginning, the entire time, you got to go and spend that money to fix what you didn't continue to doing at the time.
And now people aren't showing up, too, so that money that you were getting is slowly dwindling.
Yeah, very true.
Question number 2.
You'll love this one, Carey. From Grant Francis Fan Club, why are the Cardinals still starting Pedro Pages?
Oh, my God. Listen, man. I try as a former player, I try my best not to disparage players or talk down about them. But you got to catch the damn ball, brother. Mm-hmm. Like, your pitching staff has to have confidence that they can throw a ball a couple of feet short and it's going to be protected and blocked. Because now, if you're not doing that, you're limiting what they are able to do. They can't throw that pitch because they don't have confidence that you're going to block it and it's going to get past you and a run is going to score. A runner is going to be at second base. So now we no longer have the double play in place. Like, you have to do a better job at your job. He had another pass ball. I know it was a wild pitch. I think it was Leahy that threw it. I don't remember. But either way.
Saturday?
Yes. Was it Saturday or Sunday?
Well,
Pozo had one, too, that popped out of his glove, and I don't know what the hell that was. But Pages had one where I think it was yesterday. It skipped to him, and instead of getting his body in front, he just kind of waved at it, missed it, and like you have to do better at that. Like, again, if you are in the lineup because of your defense, not because you're hitting, because I think he's hitting like 210, and Herrera is the DH because he doesn't have great defense. Well, what's the point? I know Herrera will block the ball. He ain't going to throw nobody out. So either way, the runner's going to be at second base, man.
Yeah.
So, again, this is not knocking him, but this is an area that I believe he has to improve on. I haven't looked at it recently, but I know he was leading the league in pass balls about a month ago. And if every time you play the ball, you're chasing the ball, that's a problem.
This is from Thomas Guavane on X. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. Following his 0 for 4 with 1K on Sunday night, Pedro Pages now has the second worst WRC plus 54 in all of baseball among hitters with at least 250 plate appearances. He's worse than only Brenton Doyle of the Rockies.
And guess what? If he was playing stellar at the catching position, I think people would say, okay. But if you don't block the damn ball, in my opinion, that's a problem. Well, he's not leading the league anymore. Ooh, Augustine Ramirez is closing his eyes when they throw the ball up there. He got 10 passes.
Carey calls a good game. I think you need to calm down.
Does he? I'm sorry.
All right, it's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. We'll pause the Sports Six Pack and then return to it after we play the lineup game next on 101 ESPN. We're about to do a lineup game here in the Fast Lane, and you can go yard all baseball season long with Underdog's Champions Game. Underdog is one of the fastest growing sports game apps you can play now in our state of Missouri. It's simple, it's fast. It's built for fans that want to get paid for their sports knowledge or their baseball knowledge. It's easy to enter. All you have to do after you download the Underdog app, and I do have a bonus code that can give you some money here too to play, but Underdog is easy. Just pick a player, a couple of players, choose whether or not to go higher or lower on their stats, like home runs, strikeouts, total bases. That's it. Once your entry is locked in, you can win up to 1,000 times your money, which means, of course, you can turn a single dollar into 1,000 just by getting those picks right. So download the Underdog app, sign up with my promo code Anthony to unlock a special offer of up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you make your first deposit. Again, that promo code is Anthony. Must be 18 plus and present in Missouri. Terms apply. See underdogfantasy.com/web/deposit-match-terms. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. The Cardinals back in action tonight, taking on the Miami Marlins. Andre Palante on the mound, going up against Edward Cabrera. First pitch tonight is at 6:45. We have the lineup to play. The lineup game is next, and then we'll continue after the lineup game with part two of our Sports Six-Pack. So continue Sending in questions to the Air Comfort Service text line 314-399-9646. Part 2 will be coming up here in the next 10 to 15 minutes, but we have the lineup game. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
Marsh just told you the Cardinals are back in action tonight following their split with the San Diego Padres. They will host the Miami Marlins. Edward Cabrera on the hill. He will oppose Andre Palante. CD, Edward Cabrera, a right-hander, as we head into our lineup game.
Let's do it.
This is where we try to predict what Ali Marmol will do with his lineup for tonight. Starting off, of course.
Show us. Brendan Donovan.
Look at that guy. Vibrant, handsome, hair.
Ivan Herrera.
Why not?
Show us Ivan Herrera.
Oh, Yvonne? That's a French-ass name, Yvonne. Yeah, my little croissant. Little cheese on my croissant.
Alec Burleson.
Yes, sir.
Show us. Alec Burleson.
I thought I told you I'm a star.
You're already acting like you're a star, and we haven't even opened yet.
Wilson Contreras.
That's easy.
Show us Wilson Contreras, please.
You don't know how to play first base. It's not that hard. Tell him, Wash.
It's incredibly hard.
Hey, anything worth doing is.
This has been our guy, your guy, BT's guy. Show us. Nolan Arenado.
You are so wrong.
Is he in the lineup?
I mean, does he need a day off? It was hot yesterday.
Yeah, his bat has not been.
Oh, Anthony. That was probably uncalled for.
Did I say that out loud?
Yeah, the mics are on.
My bad. All right, so is he being moved down or is he out of the lineup?
I mean, why would you move him down? He's probably out of the lineup.
Okay, so this is Mason Wynn then, probably.
I would go Mason Wynn.
Show us Mason Wynn.
Durkin! Bring me that arm!
So then would this be Jordan
This
Walker?
would be Jordan Walker. Everybody's just bumping up.
Okay, show us. Jordan Walker.
Die for every ball. It's boring otherwise, plus it looks harder. The most important play in right field is what I like to call the janitor throw. Guaranteed out every time. I call it the janitor throw because it cleans up that are trying to take an extra base on you.
Okay, so who do we think is playing third then? Thomas Sajaci?
Sajaci.
So is Sajaci here or is this your catcher?
I would probably put Sajaci here and then put Pages and Scott.
Okay.
You want to do it?
Sure.
Go ahead.
So we agree on Sajaci.
Yep.
Show us Thomas Sajaci.
I'm sorry. It's wrong.
Okay, so this, I would imagine, then is a catcher. Pages.
Okay.
Go for it.
Show us Pedro Pages.
That's just stupid.
That was rude. I'm doing my best.
All right, then I think it's Poso.
Right here?
Yeah.
So what do you need? You need a third baseman,
you need a catcher, you need a third baseman and a center fielder. I say Poso here.
All right, go ahead.
Before we run downhill
Okay.
and we're falling. All right, show us Poso.
Poso.
Where did this come from?
In an investigation, details matter.
Now I think it's Sajaci, then Scott.
All right, show us Thomas Sajaci.
Richard, do I have a mark on my face?
CD.
It really hurts.
Nope, nothing. I thought I hit you on the shoulder.
My shoulder doesn't hurt very much, but my face does.
Not here or here so much, but right here. All right, show us Victor Scott.
Run, run, run as fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread man.
All right, not great. Not great. Not terrible.
Not
great.
our fault, though. I mean, we're just...
Not our fault. We were the ones picking,
Man, I didn't know
making the picks.
Nolan Arenado wouldn't be in the lineup.
All right, well.
I didn't know.
Either way.
You didn't know either.
No, I didn't. That's why I said Nolan Arenado.
Yeah, I believe.
Or at least backed you.
I believe that we will win. I believe that we will win. No? Okay, just me.
Marshy,
Yes. And remember, this is from MLB.com.
Okay.
Leading off, second baseman Brendan Donovan. Batting second, your left fielder, Ivan Herrera.
No.
Batting third, the DH, Alec Burleson. Your cleanup hitter, first baseman, Wilson Contreras. Batting fifth, the shortstop, Mason Wynn. Batting sixth, in right field, Jordan Walker. Batting seventh and catching, Yoel Poso. Batting eighth, playing third base, Thomas Ajacey. And batting ninth in center field, Victor Scott II.
Back. They fair! Go fair! I don't believe what I just saw.
Home run.
I'm sorry. Did you
guys want to take a second?
Did you say Ivan Herrera was playing left field?
That is exactly what I just said.
My brain shut right the fast lane off. Who's DHing?
Alec Burleson.
Why? I don't know.
All right. Cool.
No, hell no. Why?
I don't know.
We get a text.
They've tried. They when he remember a long time when he was in the minors on the rehab assignment. They're like, he's never catching again, but they'll try him in the outfield.
The 314 says, "Dear God, this team better be sellers based on this lineup."
Well, you know what, guys? I once said that Wilson Contreras, I had questions about him playing first base. So let's not make the same mistake.
You were wrong, Anthony.
I was wrong. So let's not question it.
All right. I actually don't. I don't hate this. I don't think your team is good enough to really do anything. So why not test it out against a Miami Marlins team?
What's the purpose?
Just to see it.
See if he can play. You always say, "Hey, how do you want him to play left field if he's never played left field?" How do you know?
In fairness to me,
could be Barry Bonds out there.
In fairness to me, I would prefer to see that in spring training, off-season training. I would prefer. I mean, I don't know how much work
Games
they get in.
don't count. Those are exhibitions.
Yeah, I don't know how much work they get in. All right. Well, I hope he's. You're right. I won't even say what I hope. I've seen somebody in left field climb a damn wall, Anthony, and the ball wasn't even close. So, and he was an actual outfielder. So,
won a Gold Glove.
Hey, actually, he was a DH. Which is what Herrera is.
Real quick before we get to the home run derby game.
Yeah.
A lot of chatter on the Air Comfort Service text line saying that Arenado. Maybe he's getting traded. Held out of the lineup. I would say no. I would say it's because he can't hit the ball right now.
Yeah. Sure. I don't think he's getting traded.
Who is NY talking to? The Snake Pit?
Jesus, are you people seriously asking the difference between catcher and outfield? I think he's talking to the people in the Snake Pit. All right.
I don't know.
Marsh, home run derby?
Yes, Jamie's still in the lead. 22 points. CD, 15. Anthony, you have 11, and I have 6.
All right, now Jamie did not send in this pick, but I also said that we won't start fast landing him hard until Tuesday.
Monday. Oh.
I said, if you don't start sending your picks by Tuesday, I don't care how bad that surgery was.
Nah, thought you said Monday.
No, I said Tuesday.
All
right. Marsh, I picked one, and he hit the home run.
You picked it for him.
I know, and then you picked one for him.
And he didn't hit it.
No. So, Marsh, what's your pick for Jamie? For Jamie.
Seems like a Burley guy.
All right. Alec Burleson.
Well, I'm staying away from Herrera because he's going to be a little tired from running around in that outfield. Give me a... Give me Jordan Walker.
Yeah. Is Thomas Ajacey like a 5-pointer?
Nope.
No,
he's only a 3. We don't
right.
have any. You can pick someone off the bench, Anthony.
That's for 10 points.
There you go.
All right. That's what I'll do.
So, JC?
Thomas Ajacey for 5.
Well,
for 3.
I'm going to pick Ivan Herrera. Left fielder. Future left fielder for this team. Why not start it off with a bang tonight?
Never playing catcher
smart.
again.
Don't like that. See, he's right. He's gonna.
That's not the magic.
He's gonna be tired. He's gonna be big time tired. All right. I think we only got through 2 questions for the Sports Six Pack, right?
That would be correct. So we have 4 more to go.
Well, let's do it then. Next on 101 ESPN. Call my guy Stewie because one of the things that he often preaches about is making sure you're studying what the Federal Reserve is doing. And I know, Stewie, a lot of people have questions about whether or not now's a good time to refi based on what the Federal Reserve could do in a couple of days. What are your thoughts?
All right, Anthony, so nobody knows what's going to happen tomorrow or the next day. The Federal Reserve is meeting on the 30th at 1 p.m. Our time is when the Federal Reserve is going to announce whether they're going to cut interest rates or they're going to maintain the interest rates. Now, we really don't know what's going to happen because the economy is not doing bad, jobs strong, inflation's picking up a little bit. So from the Federal Reserve side, they don't want to raise or cut the rates at all. On the presidential side, he's pushing them to cut rates. He doesn't want us to go behind the eight ball and see that we're going to go into a recessionary phase. So who knows what they're going to do. What's more important as to what they do is what they say. Keep your ears open and on and listen to what they say. If they say they're going to cut rates in the future, that's a good sign. You'll see mortgage rates drop. If they say they're going to have a wait-and-see attitude, that they may not cut it at all, you'll actually see rates spike. So that's what you want to listen for, is what they say, not what they do. That's going to tell the story.
That is the advice that you get from my guy Stewie when you pick up the phone and either call or text him on his personal cell phone number, which is 314-324-4440. Again, 314-324-4440. Call him, text him, day, night, doesn't matter. He's there to take your call. If you want to know more about what your current situation is, whether you're looking to refi, whether you're looking to, I don't know, maybe purchase the dream of your home, your dream home, call my guy Stewie. He's going to help you save a bunch of money, that's for sure. And if you can't pick up the phone right now or you can't remember what the number is, you can always Google the bagel loan. Thanks, Stewie.
Have a good night, guys.
NMLS number 226715.
It's time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Answer me!
The Sports Six Pack is now.
Part two of the Sports Six Pack is right now. It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. Carey Davis, Anthony Stalter, Andrew Marsh with, I think, question 3, Marsh.
Question number 3.
From the 314, here's a six-pack question for you. If Albert Pujols came out of retirement and joined the team today, does he bat 5th in this lineup?
Oh.
Yeah, probably.
I was going to say no, but then I thought about it. I was like,
it's Albert.
I don't know. When last time you think Albert picked up a bat and stood in there for a 97-mile-per-hour fastball.
Doesn't matter. It's Albert.
I think it does matter.
Okay.
You don't use it, you lose it. Heard that in a documentary before.
Yeah, but that one,
I don't think he was wrong.
It was wrong.
I don't know.
It's Ollie. It's Albert. Albert wouldn't slide past 6 or 5.
All right. I agree with Anthony.
It's Albert all the way. Go ahead, Marsh.
Question number 4.
From Curb Stomp, how smart is it to put Ivan Herrera in the outfield when he has had hamstring issues?
Well, it's not very smart at all. But, Carey, you can talk to the hamstring issues.
What? The fact that you usually have to be fast to tear your hamstring or pull it?
Oh, whoa.
No, I'm saying usually.
Yeah?
Yeah. Fast guys are the ones that usually pull hamstrings.
Right.
I mean, I would assume that him coming back from the hamstring injury, he's completely healed. Hamstrings are one of the scariest, not scariest, but it's one of the injuries where you never believe you're back 100% healthy. Even when the doctor's like, no, you're fine. Something in your brain says, nah, I'm going to pull it again. Nah, I'm going to tear it again. Don't want to run full speed because there's like a lingering kind of pull in the hamstring area, like right where the knee and the hamstring, depending on how high or how low you pulled it or tore it. So those are kind of scary. So I'm assuming with that being said, he's already had, weeks of full sprinting where he didn't feel any of the grabbing or any of the tugging. Because if you feel that or you felt that prior to, he's not going to run full speed. I guess it makes life a little easier that Victor Scott is in center field because, what else I thought about? I have sometimes, Anthony, my brain kind of spirals when I think about things, so I want to get this out before I forget. Do you think Victor Scott is ever going to win a Gold Glove?
I mean, he could.
Here's why I think it will be difficult.
Okay.
He makes it look too easy. Like, he's so fast. Like, balls that normally players that you see highlights, they have to dive for. Like, he's running under it. He almost overruns it. Because it's... So, when you see that, it's almost like, oh, this guy... That wasn't a hard play. Where, a center fielder with a lower WAR, Anthony, wouldn't be able to get to it as easily. You like that. See what I'm saying? I know how to use it.
It's an interesting point. I would like to think the people that are at the stadium and
Anthony.
They're supposed to be watching these players would see how much ground he's covering.
Anthony. You don't know. They don't watch ball.
Okay. They don't know baseball.
Well, you got to be able to hit really well to win Gold Gloves these days, right?
That was back in the day when I was young again. I'm not a kid anymore.
But sometimes I wish I was a kid again. Yeah.
It's an actual defensive award now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Question number 5.
From a 731, do the Cardinals need new ownership? The DeWitts are not young, and the style and state of the game is changing. Are they? And they are changing. I don't.
I hate when
blank. I can't find it. To hell with it.
Sometimes our texters text in and they might be doing other things, or maybe it's talk to text, and sometimes it's hard to read said message.
Yeah.
When you read it, it sounds like you're unable to read.
Like you're in the orange reading room.
Yeah, but it's not our fault.
Yeah.
I'm going to skip a little bit. Do we need younger, more hungry owners or owner who wants to win?
I think the DeWitts want to win. I also think they care very deeply about profitability.
What do they care more about?
Money. I think probably making money and making sure that their bottom line is safe.
Okay.
Yeah. You could get, as we know here in St. Louis, an awful owner too. It doesn't mean that just because you get a change in ownership that they're going to be better. They could be even worse. So careful what you wish for. I do think the DeWitts care. I do think the DeWitts care about the fan base, and I do think they care about the Cardinals brand. More so than making sure that they're profitable at the end of the year? I don't know. Probably not.
Question number 6.
From the 636, what does Ivan Herrera playing the outfield mean for the rest of the team moving forward? Or is this just a one-off due to Alec Burleson's sore foot?
I would think it's a one-off. Newt's not back yet. Gorman's not back yet. I think it's a one-off. Because if Gorman were back, then Donovan can play left. I think this is just, hey, we've talked about it before. We've talked about moving Herrera into the outfield before. Let's see what it looks like.
I will agree.
I don't think we'll see him.
I saw Pajes play second base this year. Saw Poso play first base this year. Catchers can do it all, baby.
You have three catchers in the lineup tonight.
Yes, they do. Yeah.
Like in the field.
Wilson's not a catcher anymore.
Well, he was.
Nah. He took that off his resume. Scratch it off.
Man, he made a great play on Saturday. Fantastic play made by Donovan.
Yeah,
throws it over.
Stretches
out, scoops it. Bogarts looked like he need him in the back. That was a fantastic play. I've been very impressed by Wilson Contreras this year at first base.
Yeah.
You doubted him, Anthony. You did.
I did. I doubted the experiment, that's for sure. And I was 100% wrong. And I will continue to admit that I was absolutely dead ass wrong.
We're going to be wrong about Ivan Herrera. He's going to be scaling walls, and he's going to catch that ball.
Really?
Oh, yeah, he's going to catch it.
I hope he does a great job.
I'll sign up for that, man.
I wonder, so, Anthony, you talked about Dunk and playing in the outfield, right? Like, there were times where he was, tight butt cheeks because it's a little nerve-wracking.
Sure.
Ball hit directly at you, and that's a guy that played the position frequently. Like, I would have to imagine there's a little bit of nervousness, a little bit of angst going out there in your first game.
I'm sure.
Playing that position, having a ball hit right at you and like, is it deep? Is it short? Is it right at me? I don't know. Like, I wonder how his nerves are leading up to that game. Like, you can do all the work, but when it's live, it's live. It's obviously much different.
Yeah.
Than
Oh yeah, I'm sure
practice.
Ivan Herrera is going to have some tight cheeks out there initially. But once you get one hit out to you and you make the play, hopefully the nerves settle.
Yeah.
You guys remember when Ryan Valade was on the team?
Yeah,
I do. Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
I feel like you can't take a team serious when they trot out a dude like that. Like, it seems like every year when they've been bad. They're like the Taylor Amader experience.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they have one guy that's like, can we just not do this?
Yeah.
Yeah. It used to be devil magic. Now it's devil magic,
Yeah.
It used to be devil magic. Now it's god-awful magic.
Yeah.
What is it?
Do you remember devil magic back in the day?
Yeah, the Cardinals devil magic.
Yeah. Where a player would emerge out of nowhere. You didn't know who the hell it was. And then all of a sudden, winds up being pretty good. And other teams are like, why are we getting beat by this guy? But now.
You expect it?
No, now you get the guy that's like, just can get him off the roster. Why is he still here?
It's like street magic. Actually, street magic's pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's all entertainment at the end of the day.
Some is better than others.
That's very true. All right, we've got the Gauntlet coming up next. Do we need a Gauntlet contestant? Or are we all right?
We have one.
Great. Gauntlet next on 101 ESPN.
Warriors. 4 categories, 1 challenger. Can you survive the Gauntlet?
Brought to you by Blue Note Roofing. Roofing, siding, and gutters. Visit BlueNoteRoofingSTL.com for a free inspection.
4:03, your time check brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler with Carey Davis and Andrew Marsh. I'm Anthony Stalter, and we welcome in Andrew to the Gauntlet. What's up, Andrew?
What's going on, gentlemen?
We're doing well. Appreciate you listening. Thanks for playing today. Would you like to face CD, Marsh, or me?
You know, I was thinking Marsh initially, but assuming I don't get my butt kicked, it would be pretty cool to say that I beat a Super Bowl champion in something. So let's say CD.
Carey Davis.
All right, Andrew. Good luck.
I'm assuming.
I think
that's a good luck.
I heard the thank you.
I didn't hear anything.
Well, you gotta put your glasses on, CD.
No, that's Jamie.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
All right, so Carey's going to make his way into the cone of silence. Andrew, you're going to tell Marsh to spin that wheel.
Marsh, spin that wheel.
What category, Andrew, are you hoping the wheel spins on this fine
I do
Monday
really
afternoon?
I do really well in football, but I don't want to do football against CD. I'm going to get killed in hockey, so let's say random.
All right. Well, it almost landed on random. You got football.
Well, yeah, listen, you never know. You never know. Sometimes
that's playing me.
No, well, sometimes the questions are not set up the way that you would think that Carey would dominate. So you never know, Andrew. Thank you, Marsh. All right, so 4 questions to you, Andrew, all football related. Every question is worth 2 points unless you ask for the options. If you ask for the options, those questions are worth 1 point. Are you ready?
Yes.
All right, question 1. In 2011, Michigan State's Kirky football cousins led the Big Ten in passing yards. But can you tell us the team that won that season's conference title game? So who won the Big Ten in 2011? Who won the title game in 2011?
Let's go Ohio State. Final answer.
Question number 2. Among active NFL running backs, only 5 have rushed for more than 7,000 yards. They are Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley, Aaron Jones, Ezekiel Elliott, and who else?
You said current running back, so they're still playing?
Yes.
Okay, can you give me the options one more time, please?
Well, I haven't given you the options yet.
Oh, I'm sorry. The
other names?
Read the question again. Sorry.
Yes.
Please.
Among active NFL running backs, only 5 have rushed for more than 7,000 yards. They are Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley, Aaron Jones, Ezekiel Elliott, and who else?
Let's say Christian McCaffrey. Final answer.
All right. Andrew, question 3. The first of Joe Montana's 4 Super Bowl victories came against which team?
Can I get the options?
Sure. The Dolphins, the Steelers, the Bengals.
Let's go Bengals. Final answer.
Did you say Bengals?
Yes, please. Final answer.
All right.
Question number 4. Where did Bear Bryant coach immediately before taking over the University of Alabama in 1958? So who did he coach before taking over the Crimson Tide?
Options, please.
Options are Florida, Texas A&M, or Kentucky.
Let's do Texas A&M. Final answer.
All right. Let's bring back Carey Davis from the Cone of Silence. Andrew, how you feeling?
Not great. I would have felt better if I was playing against Marsh, but no offense, Marsh. But I figured I had to guess on some of these because I don't want to take the options and lose, but we'll see.
All right. Well, Carey's just sat down, putting in his earbuds right now. Carey, how was the Cone of Silence?
Oh, silent. Nobody.
Okay.
Nobody in there to talk to.
It's just you and your thoughts.
Me and my thoughts.
All right. Sounds good. Well, how do you feel about football?
I love football. We got football?
You got football?
Really?
Mm-hmm.
But pack a lunch.
Oh, okay.
Question 1, CD. In 2011, Michigan State's Kirky football cousins led the Big Ten in passing yards. But can you tell us the team that won that season's conference title game?
2011?
Yes, sir.
Why the hell would I know that?
I don't know.
I feel like that might have been Iowa. Like, I feel like, I don't know why Iowa is on my mind. I think it was Northwestern. Not Purdue. Who are some of the better players? Iowa stands out, but I don't know if it was like 2010. Oh, man. Michigan, Ohio State, those are the usual suspects. I probably don't need any options because it ain't going to help me, although it might. Let's go Iowa, final answer.
Question number 2. Among active NFL running backs, only 5 have rushed for more than 7,000 yards. They are Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley, Aaron Jones, Ezekiel Elliott, and who else?
Only 5 active running backs for more than 7,000 yards?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my God. So, hey, you going to give me a second? AFC South? No. AFC West. Kareem Hunt wouldn't be on that list, would he? AFC North. AFC East. No. NFC North. Nobody there. You said Aaron Jones was on there?
Aaron Jones is a part of that list.
Who am I missing? What is it? That Dalvin Cook isn't active? Or is he? No? Damn it! Options!
Options are Joe Mixon, Nick Chubb, or Alvin Kamara.
Ooh. Nick Chubb, Alvin Kamara, or... Ooh, that's a damn good question. That is a damn good question. I would probably say Alvin Kamara because I think he's got more years. Joe Mixon, I'll take him off. So it's Alvin Kamara and Nick Chubb. Let's go Alvin Kamara, final answer. I hate it. Should have went with Nick Chubb.
Question 3. The first of Joe Montana's 4 Super Bowl victories came against which team?
Is that the Dolphins? Beat the Bengals, beat the Chargers, the Dolphins. No, he didn't beat the Chargers. I mean, he didn't. No, he wasn't. That wasn't him for the Chargers. Dolphins, Bengals. I'm just gonna say Dolphins because I think that was 83. Dolphins. Final answer.
And question number 4. Where did Bear Bryant coach immediately before taking over at the University of Alabama in 1958?
Options, please.
Options are Florida, Texas A&M, or Kentucky.
I have no clue. But I don't think it was Florida. I kind of don't think it was Texas A&M either. You know what? Maybe it was. Texas A&M, final answer. These questions are terrible. Terribly good, actually.
Okay, let's go over these. Andrew versus Carey Davis in football. Start with the last question. Where did Bear Bryant coach immediately before taking over the University of Alabama in 1958? Andrew took the options. Wound up with Texas A&M. CD also took the options. He landed on the Aggies as well. Correct answer is...
We talked about this program last week because of their yell leaders. It is Texas A&M.
Nice job, guys. We got a 1-1 tie between Andrew and CD. The first of Joe Montana's 4 Super Bowl victories came against which team? Carey, without the options, said the Miami Dolphins. Andrew, with the options, said the Cincinnati Bengals. Correct answer is...
It is those Cincinnati Bengals.
1982. They beat the Bengals.
Did they beat the Bengals twice?
Yes. Damn it. I think it was 82 and
87?
88, 87, 87. So Andrew's got a 1-point lead.
Were the Dolphins an option?
Carey, yes.
Yeah, that's Dolphins. Okay.
All right. Let's go to the first question. In 2011, Michigan State's Kirky Cousins led the Big Ten in passing yards. But can you tell us the team that won that season's conference title game? Without the options, Carey Davis went with Iowa. Without the options, Andrew went with Ohio State. One of you has a team that was at least included with the options.
Okay.
Correct answer is...
Oh, boy.
It's Wisconsin.
It's Wisconsin.
Oh, that was Brett. I think it was Brett Bielema.
Iowa was not an option. Andrew, if it makes you feel better, Ohio State is.
It doesn't, but thanks.
Okay, fair enough. 2-1, Andrew. Comes down to this. Among active NFL running backs, only 5 have rushed for more than 7,000 yards. They are Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley, Aaron Jones, Ezekiel Elliott, and who else? Andrew, without the options, said Christian McCaffrey, who is not an option. We know that because CD said Alvin Kamara after he took the options, but he was beating himself up because he said, I should have said Nick Chubb.
I hope it's Nick Chubb.
If it's Alvin Kamara, we've got a walk-off. If it's Nick Chubb or Joe Mixon, Andrew's going to win today 2-1. Andrew.
You have chosen wisely.
Correct answer is...
It's Joe Mixon.
Joe Mixon. 7,428 yards and counting.
Damn it, man.
I don't know if that makes you feel a little bit better. Your first and second options weren't good enough. Andrew.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Andrew, congratulations. Wow. You beat CD today. You weren't feeling great. You didn't want football against CD. You won nonetheless. So you'll be back tomorrow to take on Marsh or me. Nice job.
I'm gonna go sit down and relax for a few hours. Appreciate it. That was awesome.
There you go, man. Absolutely. Nice job.
Good job, Andrew.
Oh,
Thanks.
See you tomorrow. Carey.
That was tough.
That was a tough one.
That was a tough one.
I would have taken Kamara too.
Yeah.
Out of those options, I would have taken Kamara.
What were the options for the Big Ten question?
Ohio State, Wisconsin, and Michigan.
I would have took Wisconsin.
Is the outlier.
Yeah, I would have took. Well, because I think Iowa might have won it in 2010 or 2012. Because I think they had a really good year, one of those years. But I'm struggling to remembering what year it was.
Well, let's look this up. We got Goggle.
That's frustrating.
All right, let's see here. Big Ten championship game. Let's see if CD was in the neighborhood with Iowa. 2011, Wisconsin beat Michigan State. Wisconsin also beat Nebraska in 2012. I'm not seeing Iowa. Iowa lost to Michigan State in 2015.
I don't remember. Can't remember.
Sorry.
It's bad.
All right, so Carey is going to go to the penalty box. And we are going to talk about Nolan Arenado and his slump, but whether or not he's got a trademark it. Some people suggesting on the old tweet machine that Ivan Herrera playing left field, Nolan Arenado out of the lineup, maybe suggests that Arenado's been traded. Highly doubt it, but we'll get into it next on 101 ESPN. Man, it is scorching hot outside, and it is scorching hot when it comes to deals at Auto Centers Nissan. They got the Wiggity Hot Lot Blowout going on out in Herculaneum, right off I-55. In Herculaneum is where you'll find my friends at Auto Centers. They've got over 1,000 vehicles all in one massive location. You might say to yourself, okay, well, great, they've got a lot of vehicles. But here's the thing. When you go to AutoCentersNissan.com, you'll take a look at some of the vehicles that they have. Maybe you get 3 or 4 that you consider to test drive. Know that when you head out to Herculaneum, those will be the exact vehicles that they'll have on their lot. So you're not going to be chasing down vehicles. You're not going to be chasing down, hey, this is at a different location. This is at our, I don't know, Festus location. Not at Auto Centers Nissan. They got one spot, 1,000 vehicles, and right now they got 0% APR for 60 months, 0 down and no payments for 3 months on 2025 Rogues, Pathfinders, and Muranos. If you're not in the market for new vehicles, if you're looking at used cars, Auto Centers has 0 down and no payments for 3 months. And remember, at Auto Centers Nissan, every new vehicle comes with dealer pricing, a lifetime warranty, and a 30-day return promise. So get out to Auto Centers Nissan in Herculaneum. Tell them Stalter sent you, or visit them at autocentersnissan.com.
Nolan Arenado's OPS is just in another steady decline. He has been very hard to watch in July, and he'd be the first to say that. So we never know at this point. I know third base is a very coveted market at this point of the trade deadline season, but it remains to be seen if contending teams would want Nolan, and then he would have to waive his no-trade clause. And as we know from the offseason, much easier said than done. So again, those odds remain slim, but it's definitely, due diligence on the organization to see if there's any interest in floating those two.
That was Katie Wu of The Athletic. She does a great job covering the Cardinals, and she was on BK and Ferrario. Are you lost?
Oh.
Carey Davis?
Yes.
Carey lost in the Gauntlet, so now he is heading back shamefully with his head down to the penalty box, where he won't be able to hear for the next 10 to 12 minutes, at least himself. Yeah, there you go, Carey. I'm sorry, but rules are rules. Nobody's safe. So that was Katie Wu. She was referencing two players there, Nolan Arenado and Sonny Gray, because they asked, how likely how likely could those two be dealt, and she didn't feel as though that it was very likely that Arenado would be traded by the 6 p.m. Eastern deadline on Thursday. However, I found this to be interesting. John Denton, in one of his recent articles at MLB.com, noted that there's a growing market for Arenado, and it's actually several teams in the NL Central. Mark Feinsand of MLB.com said that the Cubs, Brewers, and Reds could be all interested in Nolan Arenado, who is not in the lineup tonight. Now, I highly doubt that any of those three teams would acquire Arenado. We also have to throw out there, of course, that he's got a no-trade clause. So we don't know if he would waive his no-trade clause to go to any of those teams. Highly doubt he would go to Cincinnati. But nonetheless, the Cubs, I mean, maybe. I wouldn't be worried about it. Let's just walk down this path. Since Mark Feinsand said these are the three teams that could deal him, let's at least walk down the path. Would you have any concerns trading Arenado to a team in the NL Central?
No.
I wouldn't either. No. I wouldn't either. This is a declining offensive player.
And not just that. I think that, no, I wouldn't. I don't know that he's going to. You're not in a position where if Nolan Arenado has a 3-home run day, it's going to impact your season.
Right.
This year or next. So I don't know that would be a concern. Normally, you don't trade players in your own division because you got to play them. In football, you got to play them twice. In basketball, 2 to 4 times. In baseball
could be 10
to 12 times.
Yeah.
So you don't want to have to face that guy that many times. But I don't know that Nolan Arenado is in a place, or that this team, the Cardinals, are in a place where if you were to trade him inside the division, you'd be so upset that he ruined your opportunity to make the playoffs. Like, even if he does well, it's not going to impact you because you aren't in a position to be a playoff team, in my opinion. Not right now.
Yeah.
Not the way that you're constructed. So I wouldn't be concerned about that. One of the concerns I have, I know he's out of the lineup today, Nolan Arenado is, but the concern about what the Diamondbacks are doing, they already traded away one of their pieces, one of their players.
Yep, Josh
They're
Naylor.
probably on the seller side of things. They have one of the better third basemen that I think people are going to be looking for, which could impact Nolan Arenado's trade market.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether he's going or staying. I don't know if today is an indication that with him not being in the lineup that he's going to be moved here shortly, and you normally don't want a guy to get hurt if you're trying to make a trade. So I don't know what that means, but I don't know that it's that much of a concern for the Cardinals in terms of where they are and where they're going for 2025 and 2026.
Yeah, to trade him in the division.
Correct.
Yeah, I agree. But let's look at this realistically. There are too many factors that would imply that the Cardinals are probably that Nolan Arenado is still going to be a Cardinal by Friday. Let's look at a couple of these. One, again, he's in the midst of a slump. Yes, I think he's yesterday he was 0 for 3, and I think he's in the midst of a 2 for 22 slump. Don't quote me on it, but I'm somewhere in the ballpark of that. So he's in a slump, yes, but he's, as I mentioned before, he's a declining offensive player. His numbers offensively have been declining for the last 3 seasons. You would be acquiring him hoping for some sort of spark offensively this season. And, of course, to get his elite defense. Number one, to get his elite defense.
Right.
But he has a no-trade clause. And, as you mentioned, Eugenio Suarez is still available for Arizona.
Right.
Who's a hotter player, and his contract.
How he looks, Anthony.
Offensively.
I haven't compared him to
No, offensively. Yeah. Okay. And he's a rental, so theoretically you're giving up a little less. Actually, with Arenado, that doesn't matter. You're not giving up anything for Arenado. Not much. But you've got no long-term commitment beyond that. Whoever acquires Arenado, you're looking at 2 more years of being on the hook.
Right.
I don't think he's going to get dealt. I really don't.
If the Cardinals eat up most of that remaining salary, do you still think it's not something that they do?
I think it's
an opposing team would do.
I think it's more enticing for a team, but I still can't see a team unless you're in real bad shape at third base. a team wanting to commit for another 2 years beyond this.
Could a team like the Dodgers wouldn't be interested? You think they have enough firepower at the plate? You can hide him, so to speak, in the lineup, but the pitching has been injured. You probably want better fielding to help protect some of those pitchers that they have to bring up and bring in. Like I could see that as being, and that would probably be a dream come true for Nolan Arenado. And maybe he starts hitting the ball better when he's in a place. The thing about this also is he might be struggling, but there could be outside factors, not knowing where. And he does control whether or not he moves or because of the no trade clause, but not knowing how teams are viewing you and whether or not there's a potential for trade could also be impacting him. I mean, maybe he's struggling because he's just struggling, or maybe he's struggling because internally he's ready to get the fast lane out of here, but the team that he wants to go to doesn't want him yet. Right. So there could be other factors other than he's just not good anymore, right? It could be the fact that he's dealing with all of the things that come with the trade deadline. Sure. You have a lot of players the players that don't have a no trade clause that are sitting there with tight butt cheeks every time the phone rings. Like you imagine that for the last 2 weeks, every time the phone rings, you're like, oh, is this it? Like the way that plays on your nervous system is hell. So it could be impacting some players. I don't know if that's the case for Nolan Arenado. Again, he has a no trade clause, so he can decline any move that is offered, but just that whole thought process of what this season is and what the future holds, it could be impacting him a little bit.
Well, the deadline's on Thursday, so we're drawing, Thursday. So we're drawing a little bit closer to finding out what the answers are to some of these questions that we've been asking repeatedly over the last couple of weeks. It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. Marshall's got what's trending next.
101 ESPN.
Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. The Cardinals take on the Miami Marlins tonight with Andre Pallante on the mound. He'll go up against Edward Cabrera. First pitch tonight is at 6:45. The Cardinals 3.5 games back of that final wild card spot, unable to gain any ground on the San Diego Padres over the weekend as they took 2 out of the 4 games that were played. We played the lineup game earlier. And to everybody's surprise, Ivan Herrera is in left field tonight. Ivan Herrera, who typically DHs, of course, he has caught before. He is now in left field tonight as the Cardinals take on the Miami Marlins. We have What's Trending coming up next right here in the Fast Lane. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is driven by Johnny Londoff Chevrolet and Johnny Londoff Autoplex. See them at londoff.com. Chevy, together we drive. Are you kidding me?
Topics in the sports world.
What in the wide world of sports is going on here?
It's time to find out with
What's Trending, brought to you by Elite Comfort Experts. Heating and cooling with no gimmicks, just guarantees. EliteComfortExperts.com.
Welcome back to the Fast Lane here on 101 ESPN with Anthony Stalter and Carey Davis. I'm Andrew Marsh, and it's time for What's Trending. Gentlemen, did you see over the weekend the Athletics? They're in Sacramento now, so just the Athletics. Nick Kurtz, the 22-year-old, had one of the best baseball games that I've ever seen. What? 6 for 6. He had 4 home runs, racked up 19 total bases. Had 6 runs, 8 ribbies. Did you happen to catch this performance?
Yeah, the rookie. The Rook.
The Rook.
Yeah. Yeah, he's phenomenal.
Brent Rooker?
No, not Brent Rooker. His teammates.
Is phenomenal. Oh.
No. His teammates. Okay. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Marsh, do you think the Cardinals should acquire him, or
no?
What are you
I just
thinking?
wanted to bring it up. Wanted to give kudos to the young fella for having one of the best baseball games ever played.
I got a question.
Yeah.
Doesn't it seem like the A's continue to produce some talented players, yet never win?
Well, yeah, that's because they get rid of them.
Oh, okay.
Eventually.
What if they just hung on to them?
Well, that would require pain then, Anthony.
All right.
That minor detail,
yeah,
is a thorn in the side of the A's, I'm sure.
I'm sure it is too.
Yeah. We got all these good guys. You got to pay them. Well, it's nice knowing you.
Fast lane that. We ain't doing that. No, okay, yeah. What a performance by the youngster. I'm sure he'll look good in a Yankee uniform in a couple years.
Oh. Well, with that being said, I wanted to ask you guys, what is the single greatest performance out of an athlete that you have seen? Could be any sport. Doesn't have to be baseball.
Madison Bumgarner, 2014 postseason.
I'm talking about one game.
Oh.
One game. One singular game. That's a very good question. Like that I actually... I watched Michael Walker go no-hit until I think the 8th or 9th inning. That was a really good game.
I think it was the final...
Probably
had
Chris Carpenter in 2011.
Oh, yeah, against Holiday.
Against Roy Halladay.
Oh, that was a good one. I was at the Michael Walker game, though.
Oh.
I was there in person.
It's tough.
You were?
Yeah.
Oh, man. So
I'm trying to think. Like,
any football players?
That's what I'm trying to think.
There's
like
a lot.
I'm sure. I saw Michael Vick play against the Carolina Panthers when he did the whole Superman dive. I was there. That was
30-0 they won.
Yeah, it was.
It's the only home Falcon game I've ever seen.
We won.
Falcons won 30-0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we won.
I was in the nosebleeds.
Were you?
I loved it.
It was not that I can, like, in person, no.
Mm-hmm.
Can't think of, not off the top of my head.
Oh,
I saw.
Yeah, in person.
Well, or watching it,
just
like
watching.
on TV.
There's just a lot of great performances.
The text line.
Steph Curry doing something.
Hey.
Yeah, we have Steph Curry got brought up. Curry in the Olympics, fourth quarter. The never-ending wipe, says Matt Carpenter in Chicago a few years ago, is pretty crazy. Curb Stomp brings up Albert Pujols hitting 3 home runs in the World Series. The Michael Jordan flu game. Tim Duncan near quadruple double in the NBA. That's from the 314. Fernando Tatis hitting 2 grand slams in the same inning.
That's
Other
pretty
people
impressive.
brought that up.
Oh.
Alvin Kamara from the
4 touchdown
217
day.
Christmas game.
Didn't Peyton have like Drew Brees threw like 6 touchdowns or in a game where it was Peyton or Drew? I can't remember. That was a pretty phenomenal game. Watching that one.
I mean, Wilt Chamberlain had 100 points in a game.
Did you see it, Anthony?
No, I didn't see it. Okay.
Did that happen?
Yeah.
Some people say it didn't.
100
Along
points,
with
25
other things that Wilt was known for, say that didn't happen either. But
1962. 100 points,
no one
25
is there to
board.
fact check either of those numbers. Yeah. The other number is absolutely crazy. But
that one can't be verified. Yeah.
Kobe getting 81. I saw that.
Yeah. That was his final game, was it not? Or
No.
How much did he have in
He had
his
60
final
in his
game?
final game.
That's right.
Yeah.
Mark Burley, no-hitter from the 618. That included...
Name the outfielder.
That was...
Name the outfielder.
Wasn't Dwayne Wise.
No, Dwayne Wade played in the NBA.
No, not Dwayne Wade. Hang on. Do not tell me. Do not tell me. No, was it Dwayne Wise?
It was Dwayne Wise.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Dwayne Wise made the unbelievable catch in the 9th inning.
Bobbled it and then caught it.
I was watching that live.
Really?
Yes. Yeah. It was unbelievable. Because, sometimes they'll cut in.
Yeah.
And I just remember watching that game.
You know what's funny? I believe he was a defensive replacement.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't start that game.
Yeah, I think you're right. I feel as though there's always one play in every perfect game or no-hitter that is, like, unbelievable.
Yeah.
So, funny you bring that up. I saw a video the other day of Tim Lincecum, who threw like almost 150 pitches in his no-hit bid. And Hunter Pence had a great play in right field, diving play, caught the ball. And then Pablo Sandoval, I believe, the Panda, made a fantastic play at third base as well to keep that no-hitter alive.
So Lincecum
You would
threw
never
2.
see that again. You would never see that again.
What's that? The 150 something?
Yeah.
Yeah, they just let him go.
Yeah.
He had 2 against the same team.
Oh.
Can you name that team?
Yeah, Padres.
Yes. Nice job. Nice work there, kid.
Thank you. Last thing here that I wanted to bring up, I don't know if you saw this. Luka. Cutting weight. He was featured on the Men's Health magazine on the cover.
No
he
way
looks
that's
like
him.
a completely different person.
No way.
I'm not kidding.
No way that's him.
That is him.
There's no way that's edited. Look at his head.
He has lost weight.
That's not him.
That is
not him. It's not possible.
Lucas said, just visually, I would say my whole body looks better. He's been on a rigorous training schedule ever since the Lakers were eliminated in the playoffs.
He's doing a crossover with a dumbbell. He does look skinny. He looks
fit.
If that's him, if that is really him, I will say good job.
That might be him.
What do you think his macros and micros are, Carey?
He's paying attention to
micros.
He's paying attention to. And no, he does look skinny. He does look thinner.
He looks good.
Fit. Now the question is, because it's off season, and any athlete like during the season, you're obviously not training as much. Yeah, you can put on some weight.
Yeah,
eating out more if you're on the road.
I feel like you could put more weight on during the off season though.
No, off season is easier to stay on track because you're training, you're working out. In season, you're not. It's not as much training. Like off season can be brutal.
Yeah,
because it's so much training, it's so much running, it's so much lifting, it's so much cardio. It never freaking stops.
Oh, I'd be drinking beers during the off season.
You wouldn't be able to.
That's why I'm sitting here and not crossing over with dumbbells.
During the season is when it kind of slows down because it's less training. You're lifting maybe twice a week, 3 times a week at the most. For an off season, you're probably 4 or 5 times.
Yeah.
Running pretty much every day.
But you're doing that in a game, though.
It is not the same.
Not the same?
Oh, no. Nah. Off-season training is brutal. Like, we would train at high schools and middle schools. We would have like 800s on the track. Sprint. 400s.
Oof.
Like, that was a workout. And then go lift. Full speed. Like, take as long as you need to recover.
By the way, Anthony, we get a text from Biscuit. You know, when you guys remember stuff like this, talking about the no-hitters and whatnot, it makes me very unhappy with myself. I'm a fairly smart dude, but my memory sucks with stuff like trivia. So when you guys recall things like this, the way you do it makes me feel like something is wrong with my brain.
I forget things on the reg. I mean, all the time. I mean, there's times in the show I'll be like, what is his name? And it's a moment that I've seen over and over again. And so don't listen, Biscuit. Don't you dare get down on yourself.
But do you remember who hit a massive home run in, I believe, Game 1 of the 2005 World Series for the White Sox?
2005?
2005 against Houston.
That would have been Scott Posednik.
Yeah.
That's... the hell?
Damn it, we didn't do any favors for Biscuit here.
That was terrible. How the hell you know that? How do you remember that?
Listen, it happens, okay? You forget stuff.
I used to be able to name off all the NBA champions from the 90s.
Anthony, you're wrong. It was Game 2.
There you go. See?
See, we don't remember.
I guess I was wrong.
Yeah.
Can you do it now?
I don't know.
NBA champion starting in 1990. Hold on. This is a fun game.
This is interesting.
Hold on. Let me pull it up.
1990. Oh.
Let me see.
I don't know if I can do
it. All right, 1990, go.
Pistons.
No.
Lakers.
No.
Damn it.
Oh, wait, Pistons. I'm sorry. Pistons.
Yeah, okay.
My bad. Pistons.
91 Bulls, 92 Bulls, 93 Bulls, 94 and 95 Rockets, 96, 97, 98 Bulls, 99
I got it.
Pistons, not the Pistons, the
Spurs.
The Spurs. The Spurs beat the Knicks in the finals.
The shortened
2000,
season.
2000, 2001, 2002 Lakers. 03 Spurs. 04 Pistons. 05. Ooh. 05. That's a good one. Might stop there.
You're on an impressive run.
05 was... Is it the Spurs again? No. It's the Spurs.
Yeah.
Spurs 06.
They beat the Pistons.
Why am I blanking on 06? 06?
Heat. 6 is, yes. 2006 is
Oh,
Miami
that's
Heat over the
D-Wade.
Mavericks.
D-Wade. Okay, D-Wade. 07 is...
It was a sweep.
07 was the sweep?
It was a sweep.
I don't remember that one.
Not even close.
A sweep?
Yeah.
Oh, it was it had to be the Spurs against LeBron and the Cavs.
Yep.
08 would have been the Celtics. 09 would be the Lakers.
Yep.
Against the Magic.
Yep.
And then 09 and then 10 would be the Lakers against the Celtics.
Yes.
And then I think our
11
is
Mavericks.
Mavericks. 12,
Got it.
13 Heat.
Yep.
14 Spurs.
Yep.
15. Oh, who is 15?
Golden State.
Yes.
Yeah. 16
Cavs.
is 16 Cavs.
Yes.
17 and 18 Golden State.
Yes. Yes.
19 Raptors.
Yes.
20.
Doesn't
20.
Doesn't count.
Milwaukee Bucks.
Lakers. No, Lakers.
No, Lakers.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Well, Marsh is right because 2020 doesn't count.
So Lakers,
2021.
Bucks, Warriors again. And where are we at now?
23. So the Warriors were 2022 over the Celtics. 2023.
Nuggets.
Yes.
Nuggets, Celtics, and then
Nuggets.
it's not the Nuggets.
It's the Nuggets.
Yeah.
And then
Nuggets,
then Celtics.
Yes.
And then Thunder.
Nice job.
Yeah.
Now let's do it with baseball, hockey, and football.
All right, it's Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. There was an argument made by John Denton. He admitted in the first paragraph, he's like, people aren't going to like me for this. Should the Cardinals trade Brendan Donovan? And he made an argument for it. Are we buying it? That's next on 101 ESPN.
Hey, it's Carey Davis, and if you're in the market for a new vehicle, then look no further. My good friends over at Genesis of St. Charles have you covered. They're Missouri's first and only standalone Genesis dealership. You can stop in today for exclusive in-store offers. They have a large selection of new Genesis models that are in stock, that are ready for you to take home today. I advise you to stop in. Go check it out yourself. The facility is beautiful. It's located right off of Mid-Rivers Mall Drive and Highway 70 in St. Peters. Let Genesis of St. Charles introduce you to the sweet life of benefits designed to exceed your expectations. You can stop in, see all of the cars. Some of the models have massaging seats that you can take for a test drive and see how the drive is, see how it feels. And while you're there, maybe get a cup of coffee at some of the best coffee in St. Louis. Genesis owners get a complimentary scheduled maintenance for 3 years or 36,000 miles, whichever comes first. 24/7 luxury roadside assistance for 5 years. Whether you need a tire change, transportation to the nearest Genesis dealership, gas, or more, they have got you covered. Visit them today at their facility or visit them online at genesisofstcharles.com. That's genesisofstcharles.com.
John Denton, who we had on the show last week, said that he was going to put together an argument of why the Cardinals should trade Brendan Donovan. Now, he fully admits in the first paragraph, is like, hey, listen, this is not going to go over well with some of the fans in the fan base, but here's the argument at least. So Donovan in 2025, as we know, top 10 in NL in hits, batting average, doubles, 3-hit and 4-hit games. I mean, he's done it all. 109.6 miles per hour, hardest hit ball of the season on Thursday. Obviously known for, being a great clubhouse guy as well, and just somebody that can play the versatility of his game. Second base, third base, left field, all that. Arbitration. Went to arbitration this offseason. He filed for $3.3 million. The Cardinals offered $2.85 million. Historically, and I found this interesting, John Denton noted, historically, the Cardinals have never signed a player long-term after going to arbitration. Colton Wong, Harrison Bader, and Tommy Edman received modest contract extensions, but not to the point where they went to free agency and, needed to shell out a long-term deal. Again, modest long-term contracts, but not that free agent player long-term deal. J.J. Weatherholt is also brought up in this article. Prospect who is continuing to tear it up in the minor leagues, likely to arrive by season's end. Cards not a World Series contender in 2025. Perhaps they dangle Donovan, get a haul for him, and continue this retool, rebuild, whatever. CD, I feel as though that you're somebody that has brought this up before in trading Brendan Donovan. My question is, what does that have to look like for you to be on board with it?
Well, I told you last week we were looking at the prospects that were traded in 2024, and not one top 100 prospect was traded last year. Now, in every other year, I think starting back to 2015, I think there has been at least 2. But last year was different. There were none. I got to get at least a top 100 prospect from you. Like, I do.
Absolutely.
I would love – I don't know if I can get that for Helsley because he is a rental, and he's only going to be there for, 2 months. But for Brendan Donovan, all-star, having the best Gold Glove winner, having the best season of his career, 28 years old, and you still got him for another year or 2, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I would need a top 100 prospect. I'm going to need that. We're going to start there, and we can work through everything after that. Am I surprised that the Cardinals?
Does it have to be a pitcher?
I would prefer that it is. Yeah, I don't need. I don't need position players. In my opinion, I don't think they do.
Yeah.
I think they're set and just go position to position. I mean, you're set in right field. You're set in center field. I don't know what you're doing in left field. Clearly, maybe they don't either. Maybe they are set now that Ivan Herrera is the left fielder.
Oh, stop it.
You set at shortstop.
Are you set, though? Like, are you set? If there's a
You're
guy
set for 26.
Well, I'm saying, like, for the future, if you could get a guy that can hit 40-plus home runs, are you not going to entertain
Oh,
them?
yeah, but I don't think you're going to get that for Donovan.
No, probably not, but...
I mean, you're talking about a lower end, a double-A prospect that you think could be that, because no team's going to give you a triple-A prospect that way.
So, yeah.
And plus, I know I'm set in left field because Donovan's going to be my left fielder. I'm trading Newt in the offseason.
Yeah, Donovan might not be here, so I don't.
He'll be here.
I'm sorry that you feel that way.
He's not going anywhere.
You don't think that if the Dodgers or the Yankees are offering something that the Cardinals would not? Well, because where is he going to play? Not him.
Left field.
Okay, where's Ivan Herrera going to play?
DH.
Where's Alec Burleson going to play?
Right field.
Where's Jordan Walker going to play?
I don't know.
You don't see the problem here, fellas?
Oh, I see it.
You don't see that
and
you
it's
got
you.
Where is J.J. Weatherholt going to play?
Second base.
Where's Nolan Gorman going to play?
Bench.
He can, yeah.
Or third base when you figure out what to do with Arenado.
Okay. I think we have a bit of a problem on our hands, gentlemen. We have what you call too many players and not enough spots.
Yeah, but have any of those dudes played well enough to where you're like, oh, yeah, this guy is our starting whatever for the next 5 years?
I think you all, and I think Brendan Donovan is great. I think you all are overvaluing him for what the future of the St. Louis Cardinals is going to be. And I think he's a great baseball player. I understand he's a great clubhouse guy. I think that if the Cardinals wanted to, they could extend him and keep him here for the rest of his career. I don't think that they will. and I know it's going to bother people and make people uncomfortable. But when you have a position that is of a surplus and you have a player that people are interested in and they're going to give you something back, that Brendan Donovan on this team does not make them a World Series contender. I hope that that's not, offensive to anyone.
Well, no, because you don't have pitching, though.
My point exactly.
So
if you can trade him for a top 100 pitching prospect that could potentially help you become what you are looking for. You don't have pitching. Every pitcher you have is in the minor leagues is injured. You don't even know what your starting rotation is going to look like in 2025.
Right.
And that's with Andre Palante, who you don't trust. You don't really know what Michael McGreevy is just yet. The only two pitchers that you trust coming back for 2025 is Matthew Liberatore, who you just started trusting this year, and Sonny Gray. You don't have anyone there that you can say, yeah, that's going to be he's our guy. I trust him. We're good to go.
I agree.
And with Brendan Donovan, yes, you trust him. You think he's wonderful, and I think he is as well. But if I can get something that is going to potentially help me in the future, why would I not do that?
Let me state this. I agree with you. If you project that whatever you're going to get for him is going to be in your starting rotation next year, and this is somebody that's not, hey, we're pitch to contact, which means we're going to allow a lot of contact, then I'll consider it. I said the same thing last week. I think we got a question maybe in it's either Sports Six Pack or maybe it was on Freedom Friday. Would you entertain trading Donovan? Yeah, of course. What is the return? If the return is high-end pitching, then yes, I would consider that. Absolutely.
We keep getting texts, well, trade Newt and Gorman. They have no value. Like, there is nothing that you will get in return that is going to reach the return of you trading Brendan Donovan. Like, I love the trade scenarios. I love when people, well, you can trade this person and you can get Juan Soto back. No, you can't. Like, you can't. And so if the two players that you're clamoring to get rid of, why in the hell would anybody want them? Other teams have to want the players that you're trading, not, I don't want them anymore, so you take them.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to give you a bag of pennies back, and you figure out how to take care of that. Like, that's not how trades work. Trades work when both teams feel like they got fast laned in the trade. Like, both teams walk away, feel like, oh, I feel sick about it.
Yeah.
I do not feel good about that trade. That's a good trade. Trading Nootbaar and Gorman isn't going to give you the value that trading Donovan will.
I'll just be honest. I'll feel more comfortable if they trade Donovan when Mo's not here anymore.
Yeah, I agree. I do. I agree.
Why is that?
Because
uncertainty.
I don't trust what he's going to bring back.
I don't think Mo is.
Mo wouldn't make the deal anyway.
I don't think Chaim Bloom is going to let Mo trade away Brendan Donovan for something that is not going to be of value.
I don't think Mo has the huevos rancheros to make a massive trade like that. That something like that would make him very uncomfortable, I feel.
It makes me feel uncomfortable, Anthony. He's such a good leader in the clubhouse. There's a reason why we didn't want to trade Braden Shen, right? He was such a great leader for the Blues in their locker room.
Yeah.
It's a little bit different.
Yeah. You had other players around Braden Shen that Braden Shen isn't the best player on the Blues. He's the captain, but he's not the best player. Brendan Donovan is your best player right now. And in all fairness to Brendan Donovan, he shouldn't be. Like, he should not be your best player on your team. And that's not a knock on him. You got other guys that should be better than Brendan Donovan. That's just sports. Like, God created some people to do certain things and certain people to do other things. They got players on their team that should be better than Brendan Donovan right now, but they aren't. So you could take that. I don't know how to explain that in any other way, but
no, I got you.
That's where they are right now.
Yeah, they're not good enough.
They're not good enough.
So trade one of your better players
to get better. Not because you don't like Brendan Donovan, not because you don't think he's the leader that he is, not because you don't. He's all of those. He is great. Are you going to give him a contract extension? If you are, then don't trade him. But I don't see them moving the needle in that direction when he has 2 more years of arbitration. We talk about it all the time. You go to arbitration, you played great for me. Now let me offer you much less than you want to get paid.
Yeah.
Because fast lane, it's a business, and I don't care about your feelings. So if you don't care about his feelings in arbitration and your team needs to be better, you got to do what needs to be done to make the team better.
And that's where I'm hung up on the idea of that they trade him and they actually don't get better. You highlighted all the different moves that the Cardinals did in the previous seasons that really haven't made them a better team.
No.
So I'm a little skeptical about that. I'd rather wait if they were to do something like that.
Yeah. Until the DFA machine is no longer making the deals for you. Is that what you're saying? The DFA maker.
The DFA maker.
Is that what you're saying, Marsh?
Yeah.
As long as you got to wait until the DFA maker is out of the organization, then you're cool with it, right? Dash Andrew Marsh.
Yeah.
Can I put your name on that?
Sure.
Okay. We got the biggest question of the day coming up. It is Cardinals related. That's next on 101 ESPN.
biggest question of the day, brought to you by Mentality. Our patients experience a 30% increase in testosterone levels. Reclaim your health at mentalityhealth.com/radio.
5:09, your time check is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler with Carey Davis and Andrew Marsh. I'm Anthony Stalter. Time for the biggest question of the day. Marshy.
All right, if the Cards don't sell on Ryan Helsley, could that be the worst decision of the DFA John Mozeliak's tenure?
It'll be up there. I mean, he is, especially with the news of Emmanuel Clase being put on paid leave, right, for the gambling as they sort through that. I think if you are in need of a closer, Ryan Helsley was the best closer in 2024, excuse me. And this year he's been really good as well.
Yeah.
He's not to the level he was last year, but he has been locked down. You bring him in the ninth, you know he's going to get your 3 outs. He's going to save the game, and you're done. If you don't trade him at the trade deadline with multiple suitors looking for a closer, a rental, I think that's a huge miss by John Mozeliak in the Cardinals front office.
It would absolutely be up there. What do you think has been like the worst decisions he has made?
You say it all the time. It was trading for Ozuna.
Yeah, and of course, we're talking hindsight. Like, this is hindsight.
Trading the pitching for Marcell Ozuna, who was climbing a wall and the ball was 30 feet short. Don't know what he saw that day. Don't know what he was looking for, but that was a pretty bad trade in your eyes. Now, Marcell Ozuna has been a pretty good baseball player every year of his career, other than, the time he was here. I don't think he was terrible.
And the second year was very good. That was the year that the Cardinals went to the NLCS, and he had a good season.
But you think that that's the worst trade because they got rid of pitching.
Yeah.
Starting pitching.
Yes.
And it depleted you in some areas that would later on come to cost you.
Correct, I do. I think that was his. Again, this is all hindsight, and this isn't even me overlooking the fact that they wanted to get Ozuna. They wanted to get a middle of the order bat to pair up with Paul Goldschmidt. I get it. I get why they did. It's not like he was completely out of bounds and the move made no sense. Right. I understand it, but with the benefit of hindsight, if you look back and say, where did a lot of the issues stem from? It stemmed from the Cardinals' transition to offense. We're going to start selling out for offense. Let's remember too, they didn't want Marcell Ozuna. They wanted Giancarlo Stanton,
who was Mike at the time. Was he still Mike?
I think he was Giancarlo at that point.
He wasn't Mike anymore. I thought he was still Mike.
So. I don't know when he switched to Mike.
Still Mike Stanton.
Either way, they wanted the Stanton guy. He said, "No, thank you. I'm going to one of the Final Four teams of a year ago." Winds up with the Yankees. The Cardinals said, "Great, we'll take that Christian Yelich fella from you, Miami."
He said, "No, thank you."
And the Marlins said, "You can go fast lane yourselves." So they said, "All right, fine. We'll take Marcell Ozuna." It wasn't until after trading Marcell Ozuna that the Marlins got a nasty email from Christian Yelich and his agent saying, "Hey, if you don't trade us, we will burn this city to the ground." Now, that didn't actually happen. But Yelich wanted out. Then he winds up in Milwaukee. But again, my point is, they wanted Stanton, then Yelich, wound up with Ozuna, and shipped them Alcantara, who became a Cy Young Award winner, Gallen, now a frontline starter, and Ozuna had, just the 2 years remaining.
Would you have rather gotten Yelich?
For those two players?
Yeah, if it was either one of those guys as opposed to Ozuna. Like if you started out, and so that makes, if you started out with Stanton, was the trade the same?
I don't know.
Like, or did they gradually dial it back?
Gary, that's something that has kept me up at night. I don't know.
Did you offer those two pitchers for Stanton and then offer those two pitchers for Yelich and then say, all right, let's run it back one more time?
God help us.
Those are questions we need to know. Because it should have been way more for Stanton.
You would think it'd be way more for Stanton.
And then you pull one or two players back from that one and you say, okay, here's all right, Christian, I got 3 guys for you. Nope. Yeah. All right, nope. Pull those one guy. Now. But if it was the same deal.
Yeah.
Anthony, your head will explode.
Very true.
Yeah.
Nora says Gallon has worse stats than Miles.
Oh, Miles McColas.
This is what happens. People start to. This is what happened with the Tommy Edman thing. People start piling up on me. Oh, look at Tommy Edman's numbers this season. You're completely overlooking what he did in the postseason last year. And you're also completely overlooking what he could do in the future. Anybody can take a snapshot in time and say, see, didn't hurt him. That's like me saying, well, did you see Ozuna scale the wall twice? And only focusing on that as opposed to the fact that he actually had a good offensive year that second season in St. Louis.
You want me to really upset you?
Sure.
What if the first trade had Alex Reyes and Gallon and Alcantara in it?
Well, you know.
Or Jack Flaherty.
Oh.
We're gonna get rid of all these young guys.
Ooh.
Give me a hitter. Give me a hitter. Put butts in seats.
Has Mo really had, outside of the last few years, that many bad trades? I'd say he had more bad signings than trades.
I mean, everybody points to the Randy Rosarina trade, which looks a little bit better now because of the Matthew Liberatore experiments starting to pan out.
It's not like Ozuna was horrible for the Cardinals. Went to the play.
No, he wasn't.
You went to the NLCS with him. Him and his lime, his neon sleeve.
That's true. People started to break. This quieted down, but the Luke Voigt trade. But Luke Voigt, like you got Giovanni Gallegos, who was very good for the Cardinals for a stretch of time, and then he obviously fell off. But Luke Voigt, once he started to bounce around, I think that trade looked a little bit better. Not a trade, but he DFA'd Adolis Garcia.
Yeah,
that hurt.
What has he done, Anthony?
Well, he did trip over third base running around the bases. That's
there you go.
Why.
Good snapshot there.
That's
right.
why.
Probably wasn't worth it.
You got to pay attention.
Yeah. Somebody brings up a good point. Jack Young says, what did the Yankees offer for Stanton? I'm looking that up right now. Let's see here. The Yankees acquired Stanton in cash considerations for the Marlins for Starlin Castro and minor leaguers Jorge Guzman and Jose Devers.
Is that Raphael's brother?
Nah, I don't think so.
Is that what you said that's what the
it's
Yankees
his cousin.
gave up?
That's what the Yankees gave up.
For
Stanton.
Giancarlo Stanton?
Yep. And Jorge Guzman, not in the league anymore. And neither is the other Devers.
So you're saying the Cardinals had a chance?
I guess. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah. If he doesn't sign though, back to the question: if the Cardinals don't sell on Helsley, could this be one of the worst decisions? One of, no doubt. But he will. He'll trade him. They're going to correct this thing, get this thing and get the ship in the right direction. I believe it. And I believe in all you guys. I really do. How did the Cardinals manage to fall behind in both the minors and at the big league level? This was a question that Carey asked as he was driving in listening to Katie Wu today on BK and Ferrario. Bounce around that topic next on 101 ESPN.
Cardinals know their minor league system is in bad shape. I mean, the whole point of the season was to address this. When have the St. Louis Cardinals ever said, hey, so our focus is not necessarily going to be the major league club at this time, okay? They know they have to fix their minor league system. That's why Chaim Bloom is here. That's why Rob Strafolio is here. And we're not getting a lot of information on how the minor league system is shaping up right now because that's going to be a multi-year project, okay? This is not something that's going to be fixed over the course of one season. The Cardinals were hoping from a major league standpoint, enough of their current players would take steps forward so that it wouldn't have to be a total rebuild. And I still don't think it needs to be a total rebuild.
That's Cardinals reporter Katie Wu from The Athletic, who joined BK and Ferrario earlier today. And Carey, as you were driving into the show, into the station, you were listening, and when she said that quote, it sparked something for you.
I was like, whoa, how did that happen? How do you know your minor league system is in bad shape and your major league club is not in great shape? We talked about it in the office. It's either one or the other. Either your team is really good because you brought up all of the minor league prospects, and it's bad down there.
Mm-hmm.
Or your team is really bad, but you got something to look forward to on the horizon because those guys are balling.
Yeah.
You're excited about what the future holds. How do you get to the point where you're not good in the minors, it's not good enough, and your major league club is going to go, what is this, third year now, and got knocked out in the wild card in 22? Like, how does that happen? How do you allow that to happen? Who's responsible for this taking place? And then she said, you're looking at a multi-year fix for the minor league system. How do you allow it to get that bad? Like, what the hell are you doing?
I think that, one, you had outdated player development. I mean, the Athletic talked about this. They had quoted internal sources that said player development was behind the time, and it harmed the progress of players like Jordan Walker. Now, that's one small part of it. I think Carey, I don't know if you're actually asking.
I do want to. It's not hypothetical. I would love an answer.
I think there's so many. It's a great question, right?
Like, what happened?
Yeah, what happened for us to get to this point?
What are you doing?
I think there's several layers.
Why? What are you doing?
Why do I have to answer this question? You're looking at me for answers.
Guy.
I wasn't there.
Who knows? Who can we talk to? How do you get the answer for the minor league system is in pretty bad shape, and the major league club is not ready to perform at a championship level?
Because when you, to me, it starts with that development. So if you're not developing guys, right, and your prospects are all faltering at the top. So in other words, you've got guys that became injured, or there's a bunch of question marks. I mean, Dylan Carlson was supposed to be a dude. He was not. Right? Jordan Walker's supposed to be a dude. Who knows? Tragically, Oscar Taveras passed away. You don't know what he was going to be. Then on top of that, Michael Walker was supposed to be an ace. He got hurt. Jack Flaherty was supposed to be an ace. He got hurt, and then you moved on from him. In the meantime, when teams like, let's just say, the Phillies do not have the farm system that is constantly churning out those players, they hire Dave Dombrowski, and the owner gives them a blank check and says, fix this. So they're able to outspend their problems, right? The Yankees are able to use their market size and their spending ability to outspend their problems. Cleveland and Tampa know they cannot compete in free agency. They have got to have good player development. They have got to have great scouting. They've got to win in the margins. The Cardinals, in my opinion, rested on their laurels for years. They had bad luck when it comes to some of the injuries. They have poor performances. And then, in order to fill in the gaps, they decide to go with players like Mike Leake and Dexter Fowler. And name your favorite free agent that they gave, a 4 or 5 year contract to that didn't work out. So you have no top end. Your top end prospects didn't work out. You're not going to spend for top end talent.
You get
mid.
It's very frustrating because, and we talked about it earlier about the Cardinals, the need to do anything was not high because of the division, right? You didn't have to make those moves.
There's no urgency.
When you look at, like, I'm looking at the top 100 prospects, and right now the Reds, they have Chase Burns, who is a pitcher. He's up. The Pirates have another guy, Bubba Chandler, who is a number 5. The Cubs had Cade Horton, who was, I think, 26 last year. The Brewers have the Miz, who was up now. He was in their top 100. Like, but you look at the Cardinals, and you're like, well, let's get down to the pitching prospect. Okay, when we're
so
how?
So
Anthony,
Master
Paul Skeens didn't even mention his damn name for the Pirates from last. Like, what? Help me.
I can't. Master Sin from the Snake Pit said, I asked this 6 months ago when they said they were investing in development. Where have they been for 10 years? I agree. It's a good question. But they have not. They had just flat out have not panned out with their guys.
You just didn't care?
No, I think they cared, but I don't think there was any urgency.
Well,
I think they were going for guys that they knew would make that had a high chance to go to the big leagues, but not going to be a star.
So did they try? Did they? You know, sometimes you don't have to give. Not that you shouldn't, because you always should be coaching, right? You should always be trying to help a player develop. But if some players have so much skill, you feel like I don't have to work with this guy. He's ready made. He's ready to play right now.
Sure.
Is that the philosophy, or was that the philosophy? Did they not have enough coaches in the minors, not have enough instructors, not have enough teaching and helping get these younger players prepared for the everyday rigors of playing in the big leagues? Like, how do you allow yourself to draft and not develop guys and just say, okay, he'll get to the big league club and he'll be ready to go?
Yeah.
That's not sports.
Well, so Ken Rosenthal, to your point, so if you remember the article that Ken Rosenthal put together, this is what he said. The Cardinals have lost their way, according to people within the organization interviewed by The Athletic, all of whom were granted the, their names and everything.
Anonymity?
Yes, in exchange for their being outspoken, but for their candor. They described an outdated player development department, one that has hurt players like Walker. Some lamented the organization's emphasis on directing more money to the big league payroll, even if it meant skimping on hiring the coaches, instructors, and modern technology that are vital to refining players as they progress through the minors. Those decisions have left the organization to reckon with the harsh reality that they have fallen behind their rivals.
So who's responsible? Who's responsible for that?
DeWitt. The DeWitts.
Okay.
And Mo is culpable.
Okay.
It's the DeWitts because it all starts at the top, and Mo was fine with, you know what, I'll make it work. And he's going to the same grocery store, getting the same stuff when everybody else was improving around him, and he was making the same meal, both from a drafting standpoint and a free agency standpoint. Don't worry, we don't need that. I'll just make this. And now you're left with a meal that's, as the kids would say, mid.
And you're still years away.
You're starting over.
Yeah,
you're starting over, man.
Cardinal fans.
Yeah.
Put your seatbelt on.
I mean, but to be somewhat optimistic here, you had a great draft. You did hire a guy in Bloom that has a track record, at the very least, of knowing how to build a farm system.
Right.
Down to the developmental part is a little different, but hopefully you're now pouring. So all the money all the money the DeWitts are saving, not pouring it into the big league squad, gets filtered again.
Hopefully,
at least hopefully through the minors.
The draft you loved this past draft. Mm-hmm. Heavy on the pitching, please and thank you. Guys that have some swing and miss stuff, guys that are But you can draft those guys. If you're still not spending the money or allocating it correctly, you just wasted time.
Sure. Yeah.
And so hopefully this does make a shift. But how it sounds, how she sounded when she said that, like they know that the minor league product is not good enough. It's not where it needs to be. And this is a multi-year refacing or fixing this up. Mm-hmm. To me, that's it's hard to hear.
It's frustrating, but at least there is a start now. You could be where we were the last couple of years, by the way, which is they still don't know if they're still completely oblivious and they still they've got no self-awareness because that's where they've been. They finally said, you know what we're doing is it's not working. And if you want to blame Mo for anything, you blame Mo for saying, hey, at what point did you turn around and say, you know what, I don't need Dexter Fowler. I need more scouting and everything in the minor leagues.
Right.
This is not working. But no, give me the $85 million so I can, sign somebody else. All right, we're going to move on. Marsh is getting pissed. I could see it. I could see it on his face.
What?
He's not liking it.
He's a Cardinal fan. And
he's not liking it. He's not liking the conversation we're having and the fact that his Cardinals are 3 to 5 years away.
Hearing this is stressing him out.
Mm-hmm.
Stressing me out, too.
3.5 games out of a wild card.
Jack Young says, what do you guys think Heimblum's biggest offseason moves is? It's not going to be a free agent. If I'm predicting, it's going to be a trade. He'll trade Newt. He'll trade Donovan. He'll trade somebody. That would be my guess. All right. Beat the streak. Bet the board next on 101 ESPN.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. The Cardinals take on the Miami Marlins tonight with Andre Palante on the mound. He'll go up against Edward Cabrera. First pitch tonight is at 6:45. If you see Ivan Herrera playing left field, don't worry, we also had the same reaction. If you missed that reaction or anything from today's show, make sure you go to 101ESPN.com or check out the free Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Just head to the podcast page, and you'll find all of our shows there. And it's all brought to you by the Schaefer Door Company. We have Beat the Streak and Bet the Board coming up next. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
We're good, streaky!
I want to hit baseballs.
All of my successes depend on me.
You're ready to hit.
The hits just keep on coming.
And his first big league hit is a bullet up the middle.
Time for Beat the Streak here in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN with Carey Davis and Andrew Marsh and Anthony Stalter. Ryan is on the line right now. What's up, Ryan?
What's going on, guys?
Not much, brother, man. Marshy?
Yes.
Latest streaks, please.
Anthony, unfortunately, your streak came to an end.
What?
Darn it.
It was one.
Oh.
But
yeah, my longer streak was ended by you and Marsh before with your.
There's no way you're not gonna keep it going.
You did, and you picked Pedro Paez.
Guess what? Look at the names I picked during the 10-game winning streak.
It's gonna run out at some point, Anthony.
Yeah, a lot of them were the opposing team. By the way.
No, that's not true.
No, let's go through. We have one that was Reese McGuire.
I bet you only half the names.
Ryan Reynolds. 3, Paul DeYoung. 4, Gurriel. 5, McMahon. So I guess 5.
There you go.
5
half
of the 10.
the names.
Yep.
Yeah. Anyways,
Jamie had a long streak going. It's gone. So that means Carey has the longest streak right
Carey.
now with 5.
Look at me.
I'm behind Carey at 2, and Ryan is at 1.
All right, so it's CD.
All my friends.
What are you, 1, Marsh?
What?
CD, Ryan, Marsh.
CD, me, Ryan, Jamie, the Neo.
All righty.
Give me that left fielder, Ivan Herrera.
I think you're pretty special, huh?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm going to take Jordan Walker tonight.
Oh.
Your walk show. All right. Ryan, you're up.
I'm going to go with Alec Burleson.
Alec Burleson. All right. I believe Jamie did send in his selections. And they are. All right. He wanted Burley. He gone. He wanted Herrera. He gone. Contreras. Jamie has Contreras. And I typically don't do this, but I'm going to double up on Thomas Sajasi. Because his hit, it will be a home run tonight.
I like it.
I'll give you 5 points. All right. What? Ryan, good luck to you, man.
Thanks, guys. Hey, what's the over-under on how many times Wilson Contreras gets thrown at today?
I'd say over-under 1.5.
Oh, hey, I'm not picking any strikeouts today because I was way off, by the way.
Yeah,
well,
about
listen,
5 off.
But he still dominated faces. That was your main point.
He did.
Yep, you're, of course, talking about Miles McCollus, who did dominate faces on Friday night, but did not get the 6 strikeouts that Ryan promised.
Didn't get 3 either for me for Bet the Board.
No, he did not. Ryan, good luck to you, man. Hopefully we talk to you tomorrow.
Thanks, guys.
All right, there you have it from Beat the Streak to Bet the Board. All right, Marsh, what are the latest standings?
All right, Jamie leads the pack with 10 points. Anthony, you and Carey have 9, and I am at 5.
All right.
Something just changed on me.
Sorry about that. All right, Jamie wants the Dodgers on the money line at -150. Dodgers money line.
Oh, that stinks.
What just changed on you?
Bryce Harper. It was at minus 150 and now it's at minus 155.
Sorry, kid.
That stinks. You know, life just ain't fair sometimes.
No, it's not.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Unfortunate. All right, give me the Cardinals on the money line.
What the French, Toast?
Is that where you were going?
Yes.
Oh, my bad.
Change on me. All right, well. Wow.
Go ahead.
No, I'm not going to do it.
Do
No,
it. No, I want you to do it.
Spite is
I
always
want
a
you to do
loser.
it. Do
I'm not
it.
going to do it.
You scared?
No. Yes. Yes, I am.
You looked at it.
I did.
And you thought about it.
I certainly did.
And you should do it.
No, I'm not going to. All right. Give me the Giants minus 124. Their top prospect is up, and he's making his MLB debut. Wisenhunt. Ken Wisenhunt is making his MLB debut tonight against the Pirates. So give me the Giants minus 124.
All right, I'm looking at the Philadelphia Phillies as they take on the Chicago White Sox minus 1.5. I think the Phillies are going to win by at least 2. That's at minus 148.
Should have looked at that one.
And give me the Dodgers money line minus 150. I have the Miz over 5.5 strikeouts tonight at minus 125. Matthew Boyd over 4.5 strikeouts at minus 130. I have the Seattle Mariners on the money line tonight as well as they go up against the Athletics at minus 122. Brad Lord. Probably wondering, who is that guy? Well, he's starting tonight for the Nationals. Give me Brad Lord under 3.5 strikeouts at minus 115.
How could you go against the Lord?
And Christopher Sanchez, will he record a win tonight? Yes, at minus 105.
Was that 7 or 8?
That is 7.
Yeah, 7's the number.
All right. Good luck, Marshy.
Wait, what is the Christopher Sanchez line?
So he needs to record a win, not the Phillies to win,
right? But for
he
him
himself needs a decision tonight.
But the Phillies are minus 218. So what was the line?
Minus 105.
Wow,
it's crazy, huh?
You dug that one out. That's an interesting little nugget. All right,
I'm feeling real confident because you guys tried to pull a fast one on me when I was out of town.
What do you mean?
I don't know what he's talking about.
I don't know what you mean. A fast one? This is the fast lane, Marsh, but
we drive fairly.
Ball doesn't lie, Anthony.
Ball don't lie?
Ball don't lie.
Are you referring to Bradford selections for you? Because if you got beef, my friend, I would talk to you.
Beef with Bradford.
The one and only Bradford Bruns.
Well, the last time I checked, Bradford didn't look like Carey.
Oh, no. Bradford is not.
He's taller than me.
It's just weird that when Bradford went to make his pick, it wasn't a table tennis pick. It was something completely different. The one that Carey said out loud was the table tennis one.
You had a hunch, and I thought it was weird that you would pick a golfer at plus 500,000.
That was that was too much of a risk, Marsh. Way too much of a risk.
You know, at the end of the month, you tend to just go crazy. So.
Yeah. It was in the middle of the month. But now, I'm making my comeback, gentlemen. It starts tonight. Actually, it started last week. But tonight.
You have won every bet since you've come back.
That's not true, actually.
I think you have.
No, he lost on Friday.
No, I did. I put my faith in Miles Michaelis.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
To get 3 strikeouts, and I think he had 1.
Yeah, but still dominated every one of those Padres for 5 innings.
Like the Cardinals, I didn't gain any ground, but I didn't lose any ground.
Very true. All right, when we come back, what we learned, 3 stars of the day next on 101 ESPN. if you missed anything from today's show, you can always download the podcast available at 101ESPN.com or on your Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. All the podcasts, of course, brought to you by that's Schaefer Door Company. Time to find out what everybody learned today, starting with Carey Davis.
I learned that I need to get my phone fixed because I was getting text messages from Marshy while he was on vacation saying he wanted to open for $500,000. I guess it wasn't him, you know? Guess that wasn't him. Got the messages right here, Anthony. Guess I got to go get a new phone. Wasn't Marshy.
Yeah, I'm
Plus
shocked by that.
$500,000. That was weird, but I was like, hey, he texted it to me.
I'm shocked by that.
That's what he wants.
Yeah.
It's all making sense now.
Marsh, what did you learn?
Somebody else.
Yeah, no, definitely somebody else. What did you learn today?
I learned today that I would never, ever do what Carey Davis had to do on a track to get ready for the football season.
Yeah. My trainer, Chris Molesky, texted me, said, yeah, we used to 7 a.m., Marquette High School, 4 800s, 4 400s. This is full speed. This ain't a jog. We go get on some ladders and some squats after that. Good times. Good times, Anthony. You know what's crazy? Every workout, I've never, like some people throw up during workouts. Well, you go ahead. Finish yours.
No, go ahead.
Some people throw up. I've never thrown up from a workout.
Yeah.
I've never wanted to quit from a workout. I did a soccer workout called like the beep test.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's the pacer in school.
Never in my life, I thought I was going to die.
Yeah.
I thought I was going to pass out. And when my trainer called me on Monday, I said, I see you on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And we did the test on Friday. Yeah, it took me a weekend and a day.
Damn.
To recover.
Wow.
It's bad, man.
That's why you said soccer players are, in fact, the toughest athletes ever.
I did hear that. Yeah.
One of the best
things,
conditions.
The things I learned today was that among active NFL running backs, only 5 rushed for more than 7,000 yards. Derrick Henry, Saquon, Aaron Jones, Ezekiel Elliott, and apparently Joe Mixon.
Where the hell did that come from? I need to fact check that.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Did look it up.
I
It is
did
true.
not.
What the hell are we doing here?
All right, Marsh, what do you got for 3 stars?
It's time for the Fast Lane's 3 stars of the day. Presented by Circus Sports Illinois. Sports betting the way it should be.
Oh, we just mentioned it, but Carey's workout routine will get the 3rd star of the day just for how hard it sounded.
Good times, man.
Yeah.
Good times.
2nd star of the day goes out to just recalling random sports trivia.
Yeah.
Throwing names out there. Champions of a league dating back to 1990.
Decades.
Yeah, Carey ran through the NBA with Marsh's help, and then Marsh in the break
ran through hockey.
Went from 96
to right now.
Named every single one. Didn't miss a beat.
Didn't miss one.
NHL winners.
1st star of the day, of course, goes out to the DFA maker.
The DFA maker. That's right.
He didn't DFA him. He traded him.
Who?
Fetty. He didn't have to DFA him. Sort of, kind of.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, good call.
It's technically a trade.
Yeah.
You just threatened him with the DFA.
No, I think he's still DFA'd. Either way. For our guy, Jamie Rivers, continues to be out recovering from surgery. Our guy, Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis. I'm Anthony Stalter. Appreciate everybody listening and watching. See ya.